You're away. We're recording.
All right, this is session Agweedo 10, Agweedo Gardena subsectors. This is the continuation of the Venetian Wind in the Interstellar Coalition of Worlds. This is a double plus wrong fun production, panned by some guy. So here we are, and player character verbal has some footnotes on our last sessions, and we'll let them roll right now.
Okay, yeah, just to remind what happened in the previous session, it was a while ago, back in August. We were on the planet of Seal Salt, and we landed there. We were having a meal. We did buy essentials, unrefined fuel, and life support and stuff. And then a ship arrived in port. Looked like a beat-up fat trader, but in fact it has the dimensions of a corsair. Apparently this ship was on Fury Flame as well, and it parked on the other side of the floating island we were in. We found out it was owned by Sam Geenan. He looked like a little bearded guy with a Lennon-type beard. So we decided to leave and pick up some cargo and get off this planet. So we did we did buy up aluminum, 60 tons of aluminum. And we were wondering where to sell this. We thought of, we had a player discussion, the Fanta system or the Tantaya system. As we were walking back to the ship, Sam Geenan and 3 of his men confronted us. So we had a combat session.
Cool.
We had lots of weapons, and Sam Geenan went down. I think we collected him to make him into a popsicle, didn't we?
We were talking about it.
You did put him on low berth. Yes, you know.
We did. Okay.
Your character stabilized him and put him on low berth with Norma Pliskin and Snakefoot.
So we initiate takeoff in an emergency. We needed like over 5.4 hours to get the 100 diameters off of this planet. A ship tried to meet us just before we got to 100 diameters, and there was like a combat there. Our maneuver drive was out. We jumped just before the second missile hit us. Let me see now. We needed some mechanical repairs.
The maneuver drive wasn't out. Let me correct it, but your shield, it was knocked out temporarily with your shielding that protected the maneuver drive. You were able to refire it promptly, but it was fading in and out. Okay, continue.
Okay, so we, let me see, Jack Skyson asked for help from Verbal, but there was a failed medical roll, I think. And we needed to get mechanical repairs on our maneuver drive and turret. We had a little talk with Geenan before putting him under. Let me see. We did fix the turret. We still needed more parts for the maneuver drive.
Yep.
And we searched database to see if there were any Pliskin cronies on Tantaya, and we came up with the names of Susan Rodriguez. Angie Rodriguez runs the Scout facility on Tantaya. As we came out of jump, we figured that they probably don't know who we are. And we got to the planet. Maneuver drive stuttered just as we were hitting atmosphere. We were falling. But Captain Rodriguez's piloting saved the day with a roll of 12. We land, we tried to search for parts. We didn't have much luck there. We tried to sell the aluminum, but there was a glut. I don't know if he's kept the aluminum.
No, you sold the aluminum later.
We did sell it eventually. Okay.
Yes. The Northern Hemisphere, you sold the aluminum.
Okay, we went on a mountain. We went to the mountain landing spaceport, but our maneuver drive is dodgy. We were thinking of landing on the mountain landing port, but the maneuver drive is dodgy. It was a bad idea. So I don't know where exactly we landed on Tantaya.
You did land at the Starport facility.
Okay, we did.
But it was yeah.
And let me see. We did find some parts, but Stony, what was it? It says here Stony challenges dealer of the parts to a fisticuffs duel.
Yep.
I've got my
Stony lost bad, but you still got the parts. You still have the parts.
So it's a double or nothing?
Yeah, Stony got beat up pretty bad, but you did get the parts you needed. And because Stoney was darn near critically hurt, you had to put him under and keep him in a coma state to heal. You did some fast drug healing on him. They had to hire another engineer temporarily to put the parts to get the maneuver drive up to par, but you still have
That's right.
no special shielding on your drive.
Okay, so it's a maneuver drive bare, none of the hardened shielding anymore.
Nope.
No,
And,
just on the power plant and jump drive, but the maneuver drive is vulnerable to a hit.
Right. Okay. And we did manage to sell the aluminum. And we went for 132,000 credits. Now
Yeah.
our plan. Okay, so then we went to Ryan fairly uneventfully. It's a lunar port.
Yes, you left for Ryan though because you seen that black safari ship you knew was docked at the spaceport, and you're
Starface.
pretty sure that had something to do with Starface. So you left promptly for Ryan without any cargo. You just wanted to get out and you wanted to dump off the Pliskins with a solid, creditable naval.
Right.
So yeah,
Okay.
there was no money
and,
for those two jumps.
And that's where we went to Ryan, the Navy base, where we could drop off the 3 corpsicles. And they thanked us for that.
And it's
Norma
pretty much-
Pliskin, the sister of notorious Snake Pliskin. When you think of Escape from New York, identical to Kurt Russell with the patch and all, except he's a vicious pirate. Very, very, very vicious pirate who runs an organization subsector. And his sister Norma, you could think of kind of a punky, half buzzed head and long on the other side, bro. And Guinan, who looks like Lenin from communist Russia, with a pointy beard, except buffed up and strong, and a bald head. Sam, they were all on ice, and you gave them and thawed them and gave them to the authorities.
Yep.
Which you checked with your algorithm that the authorities were solid and clean, so they were brought into. Any more notes that you want to mention, Pierre?
That's pretty much where we left off. So we have empty hull, nothing to sell here, and we've done our duty as good citizens.
You have an
the
empty
crime-
hole. Yes. Go ahead.
I was just going to say the crime syndicate is going to be very surprised to see that Pliskin is alive, and they'll realize we didn't kill them. We just put them on ice. Or I guess that's an ambiguous word. It sounds like when you ice someone, it's like
Yeah.
you kill them, but we really didn't.
Yes.
That's it.
Cool. So
Well, what do we know about Ryan? Ryan is an Earth-sized world with a corrosive atmosphere, and it's 70% fluid ocean. Nothing really lives on Ryan, but crews go down to Ryan to mine lanthanum. There are large underground lanthanum deposits. So they go down and work for a week in certain bases and facilities and bring the lanthanum up to the spaceport. All action on Ryan is in the spaceport asteroid above the planet. And Ryan, there's only about 900 permanent residents, but there are thousands of different ships coming in and out and military officials because this is a high-class technology level 15 facility. All kinds of ships are built and designed. And Galacorp, which is directly below Ryan, also provides various elements to those starships. So there's a common route that brings stuff up from Galacorp. If I can find out that. So right now you're on Ryan, and you are at the you are all having a cup of tea or whatever. You're at a facility, and you can decide all of your ventures and all of your expenses have been paid for July. Your mortgage has been paid. Everybody's salaries on the sheet has been increased. Jug, everybody gets a salary. It's listed on the crew doc. And all of the profits go into the ship fund. Right now, the ship fund is at 1,194,300 credits. The mortgage is 160,050 credits. Ship crews cost 25,000 credits per month. Fuel refined is 22,000 credits. Unrefined is 4,400 credits. And skimming, of course, is free. So the berthing costs are paid already. You have all your life support is full, and all your fuel has been filled since you've been at port. So you've just forfeited the things. Your payments will be coming due again after the 5th week of July, but it's the 3rd week of July. And one of the things that you do need, and this is the best place to do it, is you could see if you could price to get your maneuver drives hardened. You'd have to go down and do that. Or you can also look at cargo or goods and things you might need to pick up.
Yep.
And what you might want to do there.
First thing that the captain's going to do is he's interested in gaining some cargo. He can't run at a loss. So Stoney's put back to Stoney. Stoney's put in a request for some spare parts, as well as if he can pick it up, some hardened armor for the bits that are missing.
Okay. Well, right now, before you pick up, so you were thinking about going and checking out. You're going to go head down to the trade center. Are you going to check and price hardening on get your ship dialed in first before you even consider taking off?
Probably the captain's going to look at what cargo is available first. He wants to maximize the profit first. We can fly without the hardening, but we can't fly very long without a ship, and it may be repossessed if we don't pay.
Well, hardening would cost 250,000 credits, and all of a sudden and I'll just say this right now. I'm going to play him a little bit, but I'll let Pierre roll for him. Yeah, so Jack Skyson says to you, man, we can't afford a hit without protection to those drives, brother. He starts saying to you in his typical Jack Skyson way. And Cowboy says, yeah, I think, man, we should get that done. Let's harden these bad boys right away, and then let's go look at cargo. Let's at least get that started, Cap. So he states that to you. Stoney, I don't know, you're also the engineer, so Stoney, I would think, would want to get those drives. He'd be really concerned about, especially now looking over your shoulder. You constantly are worried about Sam Lewis Starface. And Arcadeus, Sam Lewis Starface is a psionic villain who had something to do with politics on a world, and you can see it in the footnotes. Let me pull it down. On this world here, Jimbalila, that's where the wisdom trees and the Jimbula, which is a Sasquatch creature, were. Anyways, they were killing the wisdom trees and taking some kind of fluid out of them that had something to do with psionic. And you and the daughter, I think her name was Sandra, was it? I don't remember
something like
the name.
Yeah.
Yes, of the one of the high political officials, stopped this guy and exposed him for the criminal he was. So he had to escape from crime, but you're the ones who revealed him, stopped him. So now he wants the Venusian Wind, just as affiliates of the pirate organization.
Yeah.
And maybe the syndicate that lies underneath that organization may have an interest in them too, but you haven't had direct paths with them. So okay, here we are. What are your choices?
So the captain's going to go. First of all, he's going to start the paperwork rolling for the hardening, but he wants to see what cargo he can get first and try to work out which one's going to be the best to take. Also, we haven't got a place to go to, so do we have any information on Tazo? Next jump over.
Tazo, let me tell you what Tazo is. Okay, hold on 1 second.
Yep.
I will type. What is the number on that?
That's the one I didn't put the numbers on, so it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 0108.
I'm gonna type it in right now.
Cool.
Looks like 0208.
Alright, 0208, yeah.
0208.
Always think it's a 0.
Okay. Oh, it didn't type all in, did it? What the hell happened there? B331745. I don't know why something went weird with the typing.
That's okay, 'cause I was going to say a population of G staggers me.
No, that's a gas giant.
Yep.
It's B331745.
Okay. So that being the case,
so what does that mean?
I'm just looking up.
It has a good quality starport. It's a small world, size 3. The atmosphere is very thin. It has 10% hydrographics, but those, because the atmosphere is so thin, those are just in ice caps. So it just has ice caps. The rest is standing desert. The hydrographics are all ice. So that's a cold world. 7 would be the population. There's tens of millions there for some.
Yep.
It's a representative democracy.
Nice
And personal concealable firearms, such as pistols, are prohibited. So it's a level 5 law level. And its technology is 7, equivalent to present 1970s classic era, 1970, 79.
Just trying to find
so
if
that's
it's
that world.
Yep. So there's
So
no.
are you going to take care of the hardening of the drives? Get that going, or you're looking at world?
He's
You want to go to the
what he's doing is he's getting all the paperwork ready to get filed to get it done, but he just wants to try first of all to maximize any profit. So he's sent.
Okay, are you looking? You looking at Sandra too?
It's a backward step.
Or you want to go the other way?
He
You
must
think?
have come from.
Yeah.
We must have come from there. We're only
Mitchell.
jump 1, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
unless we did Darker Space and then into Rhine. So what about Mitchell, the one above Tazo?
Mitchell. Okay. Let me read those numbers to you. If you guys want to, you got a notepad in front of you.
Yep.
It's,
Yep.
Mitchell is above Tazos. Oh, okay, Agweedo.
Just trying to work out their
Mitchell is C435130-8. Mitchell is a Class C starport, 4,000 miles in diameter. It's a 3, which is another very thin atmosphere. 5 is 50% hydrographics. 1 is tens of inhabitants. So there's less than 100 people on this whole facility. 3 is weapons of strict no, that's the government, excuse me. Self-perpetuating oligarchy. Government by restricted minority with little input from the masses, which is a small government. So there's maybe 3 or 4 people in charge of the less than 100 people that are there. There is absolutely no law level, but they maintain a tech level 8. There's a gas giant, and it's a solo star.
Right. Can I just get
while you're doing that, we're going to...
Sorry, I just need to get the technology level on Tazo again. Sorry, I missed it.
Tazo's technology level 7.
7. Okay, thank you. Yep.
While you're at Ryan, though, you guys you're pricing it. Skyson comes back to you and says it's $250,000 standard price. They can get it done in 3 days. Have the drives completely hardened, but it's going to cost us $250,000 standard. It won't cost any more and won't cost any less. Verbal could try to haggle that, but if he screws up, they won't go down much. They might go down 10,000. You'd lose that 10,000 too if he would screw up the roll. But the standard price is 250,000 credits, and your drives will be rehardened and solid, and we will be able to take a hit without being completely destroyed.
Okay. Well,
so I'm curious if you're gonna give them the okay to do that work.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll subtract that from the ship funds, 250,000 credits. We'll send you the update.
Sid's typing something.
Is Sid joining us?
He's coming in. He's coming in soon in about 15 minutes.
All right.
So I'll just say all good. Rightio, then he's gonna sorry, the captain is gonna go down and try to work out, do we have any like commercial classifications of the planets? So they're like non-industrial, industrial, poor, rich?
Yeah, that should be on there too. There's no classifications for Mitchell. It's low obviously that's there. Tazo is an ice world. That's the only classification on it. It's also
right.
Mitchell's low population.
Okay.
So Mitchell has a low population classification.
Yeah, it does make sense to go trade there for anything.
But there might be some things they need. But anyways.
So basically what I'd like to do is to go into the trade center and see what sort of cargo is viable.
You're in the trade center for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this table and there's this area. All of a sudden, as you're walking into the trade center, you see a couple guys. They look almost like tall, skinny Ewoks. They have like robes on, like monk robes, and you can't completely see their faces. You just see a small. They look kind of childlike, a
Mm-hmm.
small slit of a mouth, and it seems like they're facing your direction. And you hear a voice in your head, and the voice is like an echo, and it's like a child voice. It says, "Hello, you're the captain. You are the captain. We need your help. We need your help. Very, very serious revenue would be involved in this. Open your hand." And all of a sudden, you open your hand. Do you open your hand?
Mm-hmm.
Out of nowhere, a disc sort of comes out of the air and lands in your hand. Please, it says, please insert this. There's serious revenue. We need your help. We need your help.
Okay.
Meet
Well,
us at what?
I'll insert it into my portable computer if it has the right, interface.
Yes, you do. A little display comes up, and it's a man. Hello. If this is a captain of a ship, I've sent my workers out to get some help. My name is Dr. Hans Zarkov. Dr. Zarkov. Literally, yeah. Same guy. We're going to use sci-fi, bro, but I'm going to
So cool.
make him different a little bit. This
Cool.
is Dr. Hans Zarkov. I'm a physicist, and I need the help of a starship. I want to charter a starship. There's some serious profits that could be available in this. That would be of hand to you. I need to continue my expedition. If you are interested in large profits and chartering your ship for a great expedition, please, please, I need your help. It'll be very worthwhile and very, very lucrative if you would meet me promptly.
Right.
And then there's a location to under one of the one of the lower berths of the starport rocks.
Right.
He says, "Please come discreetly." And he sees the image. It's a small holograph. It lights up a little, but it's not real big because it just comes up out of your pocket computer.
Mm-hmm.
And then he says, "If you want, you can follow my character. You follow my work, my great assistants."
Right.
And
So,
they're there, and one of them sticks. You can't see their eyes, but he sticks
Yeah.
his hand and he waves to you, and he waves to Notions. Please follow me. Please follow us. It's a very peaceful, like you can't hear a voice, and the other members of the crew hear this too in their heads. It's telekinesis.
Right.
It's telepathically. There's
Yeah.
no insult. There's no harshness, but you feel a warm, comfortable feeling, and you feel this sense like these people really need it. You might be able to make a difference in something.
okay.
You feel
So-
this overwhelming feeling
Right.
come across.
Right. So we'll do this, but before we do this, I believe someone on my team has a psi shield.
It was Verbal who I think wore one.
Who?
Yeah.
Verbal, me.
Okay. Verbal. Go and get your
I
psi
should
shield.
change-
Put it on.
I have to change my name on the
Yep.
Discord to match that.
Because you're whack. Yeah.
That's
So
okay.
I tell him to go and get it. Put it on. We'll wait here. We'll tell these little interesting little greys that we'll come as soon as our friend comes back. Which is technically level 3 place. So
No, you're not Ryan. You're
Ryan's
not
4.
on level 3. Ryan's different. Ryan's
4. 4.
You
I
can
wrote
carry
down the
sidearms
Yep.
and daggers. You can't carry assault rifles and stuff. You can
Yep,
carry your
that's cool.
pistol and blades.
Yep.
Common normal weapons.
Yep.
You can't carry no.
So Stoney's back in the ship doing his business there. It'll be just
Right now, you've got 3 days. They're hardening the drives, right? So someone could be overseeing it, but
Yep.
that crew is in there. They're working on hardening the drives and going through it.
And
this
he
is
just wants to make
top-notch service.
he just wants to make sure that's all they do.
Yeah.
So I'll get the others to come along. I want Verbal to have his psi shield on. he can be my neutral partner and talk to me.
When did Verbal get a size shield? Are you sure it's Verbal? Because I don't see it on the list. Can you not
I wrote it in my notes from once that when we were with the other psionics, I had kept the size shield on.
Yeah.
From the jambalaya business.
Okay, I'm sorry. I will add that to this list here.
Yep. Cool.
Size shield. You're the only one with a size shield. Didn't you guys buy more though?
No, we only had one. He was the only one that could do it.
So I wouldn't have a clue what went on with these strange things. But
if you had the size shield on, you didn't hear any voices. No.
Yeah.
But you didn't have it on promptly. You went to get it, or were you wearing it? You usually wouldn't wear it anywhere. Psionics is around.
Yeah.
But it's kind of rare and unique. It's not every day everywhere.
Right.
And you obviously have crossed into some psionic events because Jambalaya was a fairly highly psionic world. Natural psionic world.
So I'm going to task Jug as best he can with just watching our backs. And God, who's the other guy? Jack, to watch our front.
Okay, so Jack Skice is with you.
Jack and Jug are with us. Yeah.
He says, bad feeling about this. Everything says things are good here, brother. I just think things are good. We need to check this out, though. We need to check this. That's what Skyson says to you, but also he is not wearing.
That's
and
right.
Cowboy says, man, these little dudes are trippy. He says to you, too bad Stoney wasn't here. Stoney get a kick out of these guys, and he starts giggling. And so that's all you see.
That's so cool.
And then you follow them, and you follow them down. There's this like train rail car, which is public, and it goes down, and you can get on it, and there's other people on it. They have the hoods on, so you follow them. They won't show you their faces directly, but they're like tall, thin children. They're 4'5" to 5 feet tall, tops.
Yep.
But real thin, and they're human. But there's something not human about them. You can't really see their face.
Is
so
this
they
a
say, "Follow me,"
that we
but their hands
recognize
reach
from
out
anywhere?
and they're peaceful. Their hands reach out and they're peaceful.
Yeah, that instantly alerts me to something. But anyway.
Can you hear me, Jerry?
What's that?
I was going to ask if we can recognize this species, those guys in the hoods.
I'm going to get to that in a minute. So you follow them down.
Oh, well.
I think they're Grace.
Okay, I'm looking for an image. I have it somewhere, but I don't. Yes. Hang on, I'm going to have to find it online. But anyway, you follow them down to this corridor, and they take you to these cargo bays. And there's this is like it's like a storage area, but big enough for like little trucks to drive cargo in that could haul like it's big, like 10-ton freight containers.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they open this door and they wave you to come in. Now who's all along? And what do you carry?
So
only have one size shield on, and that's Verbal, right?
Yep. So in front
feel
of me,
a sense of peace in this.
Yeah, that's worrying. But anyway, Jack is in front, then I'm with Verbal beside me, and I've got Jug behind me, just making sure there's no one sneaking up behind us or anything like that.
Can you refresh my memory? What am I allowed to carry in terms of weapons?
Anything you can carry, regular weapons. You can carry a shotgun, you can carry revolvers, pistols, anything of a non-military nature.
Yeah. Auto rifles out.
Would be frowned upon, and laser rifle, auto rifles are out, but pistols, simple sidearms, blades, and things like on that gun would be more beyond that.
Then I will definitely have my auto pistol, my blade, and I'll be in my pop armor and reflect armor.
Cool. I don't know what armor the captain has. Just give me a second. He has mesh armor. How great. Okay, he's got his mesh and he's got his blade with him because he doesn't have a pistol.
All Verbal has is a blade.
Okay. Cool. Well, if we get into a firefight, it's all up to Jug and perhaps Jack. Okay, we'll follow cautiously. We'll get in, or rather, we'll climb through this doorway cautiously.
Go in the door.
Yep.
See in the back. It's like the dad.
You're fading out a bit,
Yes,
Jerry.
faded right out, Jerry. Can hardly hear you.
Back. Hello.
Yes, it can hear you, but just.
Volume is low.
Yeah. So,
Volume. The volume all the way up.
yeah, I've got it at 100 on my machine, so something's happened.
I don't know why.
Okay,
It's better.
not really. If you can't fix it, just carry on. We can just barely hear you. We just have to be real quiet.
I have
Technology.
no idea.
Yep.
How's that?
No. Still the same. Don't worry. Just shout.
Oh, I did. Okay. Shout, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Testing.
Yep.
Say something.
You can hear you, but it's still quite
You
quiet.
can still hear.
Yeah, I don't know why the volume went out all of a sudden. You may want to check the connection to your microphone jack. Hello, Sid.
Hey, what's up? I'm just loading in right now.
All good.
Yeah. Jerry was talking, but his volume cut in half or so, so he's going to see if he can fix that.
You guys there? Hello.
Yep.
That's better.
How's this?
A little better.
Sure.
It'll do.
Yeah, I kind of got my times wrong. I looked at it at about an hour, not an hour ago, 2 hours ago.
Alright.
Not seeing anyone, I thought, oh, I got the days wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You're on, buddy. You got the sheet, right? You have the character, the crew doc.
Honestly, Jerry, I just got in, so I don't exactly know what I've got.
Are we still waiting for Jerry to get back?
Hey,
He's
yeah.
back.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Is this better?
Oh,
No, not better, but it'll do, I think.
yeah, it's a little bit faint. Like we all sound with the, except for some lag, we all sound like we're in the same room. You're a bit fainter.
I'm gonna hang up and try to sign in and plug into the computer because I'm on my phone.
Okay.
So let's see if that'll help.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so Sid, I believe you've got Cowboy.
Yeah, I'm just getting into the roll 20.
Sweet
now.
as. Yep,
Take
sweet
a
as,
while.
matey. Oh, sorry, yeah, you're not in there. Yep.
All right, how's this, gentlemen?
Oh,
Am I
yeah.
in here?
You're back,
Perfect.
back
Perfect.
full.
You're back.
We're
Oh,
plugged
you're complete.
directly into the laptop now. I was plugged into my phone so I could be mobile. Now I'm into the laptop. Okay, so I'm going to. The little guy lifts his head. Let's see. And this is what you see. Go to the Weekend Warrior feed, and I will post one of them.
Oh, God.
And then here's the other one.
Can they have a grayish tinge to their... Oh, God.
Yes, these are hybrid grays. They are human. Grays are asexual and they
Yeah.
clone. These have all the attributes of grays. They could be a little bit more
Can you remind me,
violent
what
if
exactly are we doing at this point? We're going through a doorway?
We are.
you're going through a
I know-
cargo
I know I'm on the
hatch
planet
doorway.
So, sorry,
No, you are on Ryan.
We're on the planet Mitchell, correct?
No, we were.
no,
I was asking about the planet Mitchell in case we were going to head that way. We are on Ryan. Yeah.
Oh, we're on Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
And what is
Ryan,
our, what is
you're
our
in the
current
s-
objective?
At the moment, our objective is to be led by the nose by these two childlike creatures, and if you need to, shoot them.
There's actually about 4 of them.
Oh, God.
But they left down their glasses. You don't need to shoot them. No, there's no harm.
Mm-hmm.
They're taking you to the back there's these freights, these cargo, and there's a little area in the back, and all of a sudden, out of that area comes up.
Why are we following these creatures?
For a job.
They're asking to hire you to to charter your ship for a special mission of a very, very high significance.
And we have some
high
sort of
profit.
weird psionic peacefulness about us.
Except for me.
Desire
I don't feel-
to help them. A
Yeah.
sincere desire to help.
Hmm.
Okay, so you go and Pierre, you're not feeling the strong as a desire, but you're curious, and you don't feel a threat though either. You're you got a psionic shield on, but you do not threat from them in any way, shape, or form. And they take you to the back of the room, and you see this guy go. He peeks around the corner. He's paranoid. He has a revolver in his hand, but then he's holding the revolver, and he goes, "Oh, it's my assistants." He says, "Hello, youngins." He says to them, "You did find a crew for me. You did find a ship, and it's Dr. Hans Zarkov."
Right.
And he says to you, he says, "I need to get off this planet. I'm in hiding. And I need to get off this planet. I have very, very important significance and very, very important work I'm on the verge of doing, and I'm willing to charter your ship. I'm willing to pay $1,000 for your whole cargo space, a total of 64,000 credits, credits per week, and passage for all my crew for several weeks.
How many in your crew?
But me and these 4 here. Passage. I'll pay high passage. So that's 1,000, and your cargo bay is 64,000. How much available cargo space do you have? I need to haul cargo though. And
well, I believe
I need
we
to
have
haul
64
some of these
tons.
freight boxes. You have 64 available. I'm looking.
believe
Don't
so.
you have extra? You have 2 extra missiles, which doesn't take up. So you have 63 tons available.
63
Yeah,
tons.
the missiles don't take up a whole ton,
Yeah.
but they screw up a ton.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I do.
He says, "I am willing to pay you this." And he says, "Not only that, are you willing to sit down?" And he's paranoid. No one else is here. He seems paranoid and really concerned. He sit down. And these guys lift down their hoods, and you do have a sense of peace.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "We need your help. We need your help." And there's chairs and there's a table, and he asks you to sit down at that table.
Well, I'll do so.
I don't. Verbal doesn't need no peace, and if they want to convince verbal, they're going to have to convince verbal verbally. In other words,
In other words, you're keeping your psi shield on, and even though no one else has one.
Good.
So
I
you
don't want
sit
any
down.
of the, I don't want any. Of course, okay. I'm just saying I don't want any of the other forms of persuasion they might have.
Yes.
You sit down at the table, and all of a sudden, Zarkov, he comes out and he says, "Well, I've been working on something for a long time, and I've been working on theories and testing with jump enhancement and gravity waves and anomalies."
Sorry, what did you say?
Were there not supposed to be other players?
Other players?
In our group here, well, there's you and Sid has just joined.
Yeah. And normally
So
they're
all
long. We have some NPCs.
Yeah.
There's Cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just come
Sid
in.
is Cowboy, yeah. And Jack Skyson, which is on the list, that's Pierre, and I'm playing him also, but Pierre will roll for him. And I was playing Cowboy till Sid came in. And then you're Jug. Stony, right now, Steve is playing Stone. Mantar hasn't showed up, so Steve is playing Stony and Captain Mantar. Stony's the engineer. Steve is taking on 2 characters. Right now, he's playing Mantar because Stony is back in the ship. And the rest of the characters, I believe, are along. Skyson, Cowboy, Jug, Captain, and Verbal are all in this room. You guys are armed to the hilt, and you could easily overpower. They have no weapons on them, and they're peaceful. And now he's going to offer you the proposition.
Yep. Rightio, let's hear it.
Basically, he says to look back at the... Ooh.
Sounds like I'm getting half of your conversation.
Oh.
Jerry, I've heard almost all of Jerry's conversation. We're going through a chat server in Sydney, according to this, and my lag is about almost 300 milliseconds.
Could be fouled up with a lot of smoke.
I have no idea what the issue is because I'm just sharing
Yeah.
what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm only talking to you guys. I'm not talking to anybody else.
Yep.
So, Arcadius, you're not, or Daniel, you're not hearing all of Jerry's words.
I think it's more that Jerry needs to slow his words down because it's kind of hard to keep up with him at the moment.
Okay.
It does kind of sound like he's having a conversation with himself at times.
Is he speaking English?
Okay.
Yeah. Or is
Sounds
it-
like he's speaking.
Oh, there may be things you mean you have trouble understanding certain things that we might have covered before.
I'm
Is
speaking
that it?
English.
That's okay. That's all fine. So,
Okay, no, I think
What do you hear, Arcadius?
I speak English.
cool.
Yeah, but is it the sound quality? Are you getting lag or gaps, or does it cut out when Jerry talks?
It's very weak. Jerry's enunciation is very weak, and for a while I was getting maybe every three out of 4 words.
Okay, well that might be
cut out.
packet loss or roboticization or something when the when the words are chopped up a bit. Did it sound like something was being chopped up, or you were losing bits of the internet feed?
Could very well be. I'm not as versatile with Discord for voice.
Right.
Oh, let me see. I don't know that there's much settings to control what you hear. You can right click a guy on the left and alter their volume a little bit if that helps.
But
like
it won't,
if
won't
somebody's
help the
mic is
chop up
too-
though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have Gary at full user volume.
Okay.
Jerry. Yeah, that won't help.
Well, I don't know what the issue is. I'm just trying to go along with the story.
Yeah, no, it's just, I think it's just some internet stuff maybe.
Did-
It played up last
I'm-
time I was on, and I don't know what it is.
I'm speaking plain
Yeah.
English and clear. It's just I'm got a lot of
Yeah.
information to share.
Yeah. Just
Just speak.
might need to slow it
Yeah,
down a bit,
just-
Jerry, so if we do miss something, we're not only going to miss a very small piece.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah,
It
might
seems
be
to be
better.
working better now, so let's
Yep.
continue.
Cool.
let's continue. You're sitting at a table with
Right.
Dr. Hans Zarkov.
Yep.
He's a bit paranoid,
Mm-hmm.
and he just offered you 50,000 per week of jump and per week passage for him and the 4 hybrids that are his assistant
Excuse me. Yep.
hybrids. He needs to take all this equipment in this locker, and there's about 30 tons there.
Mm-hmm.
And he says to you that if his work is completed, he needs to get back to this hidden facility, blank parsec, by an anomaly that's not on the charts.
Okay.
And he has the coordinates to get there,
Right.
but it's
Okay,
2
now there-
parsecs away.
Yeah, there I also missed a bit. I think this
Yeah.
is like
I
it's
think
called
it's a
packet
sensitivity
loss.
issue. No, I think it's a sensitivity issue.
Don't know.
Oh, okay. So if Jerry's volume goes too low, his own
No,
mic
no.
might cut off.
If he doesn't speak loud enough, or it'll cut out. That's what it sounded like. Like you went too low and just cut him off automatically.
Well, if you click the gear on the bottom left in Discord bottom left, there's a gear. Click that, and then on the column on the left, click voice and video. There's an input sensitivity setting, which is meant to cut out tiny noises in the background so you don't send out everything that you see, and you have to set
that
it
down?
maybe 2/3 of the way to the left is a good setting, where it says minus, you see a little slider.
Yes, I'm
and
there.
Yep.
Yeah, and so slide it 2/3 of the way to the left, which is a good spot. And the idea is that it should cut out tiny sounds in your background without cutting out your main voice when you talk at a normal volume.
Okay, it's better than 2/3. How's that?
At
Yeah,
the
it
moment,
should
we're
be-
doing okay.
Yeah, it should be. So the bar should be mostly green with only maybe 1/3 or less yellow.
Less.
At the
I got
left
a
end.
less yellow. I've got about a quarter yellow right now.
Okay, so that's it. That's good then. It shouldn't really affect things too much. So that's not that. If you start to speak softly, then you won't be heard at all. But I think it sounded more like bits of your words were lost. But you did mention that you want us to Zarkov wants us to carry him, his 4 assistants, and 30 tons of cargo. And you were saying something
Yes.
about
There being
after
an
that-
anomaly.
and something about an
2
anomaly.
parsecs away.
Mm-hmm.
It's not on any map because it's not recorded, but he knows it's there.
Okay.
There are some other assistants on a hidden rock orbiting this anomaly.
Okay.
That's what he calls it.
Okay.
He wants you to take him there.
Okay. And we would love to
And if
take you there, but we need one question answered first. What type of anomaly are we talking about?
He says this anomaly is a small micro black hole.
Okay. Radio.
Waves on the edges are where I need to do my testing.
Right.
He says I am working on a technology
Mm-hmm.
that will multiply jump drive by 10 times.
Well, that would
He
seem to
says
be
the
very,
reason
very
why I'm in
beneficial.
hiding, the reason why I am in hiding is because I was working with the military forces here and someone wanted to steal my work. So they labeled me as a kook and fired me. And they want me dead. So I have stayed here and acted like I've departed, but I wasn't able to get passage. I've been marked as a kook, and they wanted to steal my work, but I destroyed their copies. They do not have a copy of it. There are corrupt people in the lab at this facility, and I need to sneak off this planet. I have a hidden facility orbiting this anomaly at a safe distance from the black hole,
Right.
which is about 10 AU from the black hole.
Mm-hmm.
There is a shell of rocks, and it is hidden. It is totally undetectable. If you go back to the map
Mm-hmm.
and you look down at Timothy, Sandra, and Ryan, the anomaly, you see where I am pinging?
Yep.
It is in this Blake parsec. He said, I also have access to a fuel bladder. It'll take 3 weeks to get there. You will be paid for all 3 weeks in full and all the weeks that I need your service. You could take the fuel bladder, or you could stop and get fuel at Sandra and have enough fuel to jump back.
We're happy to transport you there. This in-service part is a bit of a problem for us because I have an upcoming payment that I need to make, and I need to be at a certain place at a certain time to do so.
Put it this way, he says, if we get this technology right, I'll share in the profits with your crew. And we are talking millions. If we can get the information back, you will be paid in the millions of credits.
Right.
You will be a shareholder in my work outside of having payment. And I will pay for all fuel costs on top of
Right.
fuel costs and on top of passage.
Right. Okay, so what I need to organise then is extra life support. I'm going to make the payment now, not in 2 weeks' time, so that we don't miss the payment. And, well, I don't know if they can hear me, but I just nod, wink, or whatever it is to Jug, just to reinforce if they do anything stupid that you think is against us, don't have any quandaries with shooting them. Yeah.
And as you say, as you wink at him,
How much more is that, they want us to travel to a black hole? How much more stupid is that?
Yeah, I know. This team has done some pretty stupid things. Though, so-
Well,
Okay.
let's talk about it perhaps once we take our leave. Verbal has like a sort of suspicion meter, and it's right now at about 44%. I don't know,
Cool.
because they could be crooks. Their hideout could be a criminal hideout, and
Yep.
the black hole is a convenient garbage can. Just like when you
Theory.
flick a computer file you don't want, you flick it to the recycle bin. They're gonna flick us to the ultimate recycle bin.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get back to him then, and you're gonna leave and maybe do a little research.
We can ask questions. We leave, and then we probably wanted to discuss it privately.
Okay.
I do have one
And
question.
remember, yeah.
Yeah.
ahead.
My question is, you say that this black hole, this anomaly, has not been known before? How did you find it?
Yes. Well, he says, I have a way of checking gravity waves and proportions with light and with astronomical physicist tools where I have found this. I have a facility here. I have the map. I have a small hollowed out rock. This is a small black hole. It's very powerful close up, but at 10 AUs away, there is a solid, stable orbit of rocks. That's where I have the facility. If you get close to 3 to 2 AUs or even down to 1 AU, you're in trouble. Mm-hmm. And there's some testing that I need to do. I use the gravity waves of this black hole, and I use a jump cycle. I don't actually jump. In one of these cases, I have a fighter-sized vessel that I'm going to use to do some tests. If you take me here, and you can hang out for a little while, and we can get this right, we can take the stuff back, or you can take it back, and we will be wealthy. You will be wealthy too. The facility is safe, as a safe distance from the black hole.
Okay.
But it's near it.
So,
and it's a visual.
As per the normal way we do things, I'm going to hear from my group, and then I'm going to make the decision. So we're going to leave and just walk outside the door, and you guys stay here, and we'll come back with our decision in a few minutes. So
please do, and if you do, and all of a sudden you're hearing voices, we're sincere. We mean you no harm. Mm-hmm. We're sincere. We're genuine. Yeah. Please help us. Please. And it's you ever see that movie? What the hell is that called? With Morgan Freeman with the aliens.
Terminator?
What's it? Not Terminator. But anyway, I forget the name of it now. But anyway, it's very peaceful voices you hear.
Yeah.
And as you walk, so you walk on out and check it out, or whatever you're going to do.
We get outside, and I just ask, okay, pros and cons, what are they, folks?
Man, I don't buy it. I really don't.
Right.
10 times the distance for jump drive. How long has jump drive been known?
The hop drive.
Yeah.
Jump drives have been around since 2089. The year is 3517.
Right. Cool.
He's working on the technology for a hop drive. He also believes that he could use the gravity from these specific kind of black holes, and that he has the technology to find them to create a wormhole jump, which means that he could use it as a wormhole. The certain portion of the gravity to make exceptional jumps.
Right.
Do you remember that episode? Do you remember that episode of Star Trek: Next Generation that introduced the Traveler, the dude with the weird hands, who? It was a dumb episode, but the point is, you had the engineer who was convinced he was onto some new revolutionary adjustments, and it turns out it was the alien who was, faking the results for him.
Yeah.
Is this the same situation with these little children aliens with their telekinesis and mind reading?
Well, I'm always suspicious when I suddenly feel a wave of peacefulness that I don't think is natural to me. I get suspicious. So.
Okay.
So kind of along the lines of what
Skyson plugs into the regular news feed at a terminal down the road. You guys decide that you're going to call him back or go back. So you go back out to the feed, and he says this. He says to you, he comes back. He does a little streetwise. He does a little computer work. He says, I come up with a feed. Yeah, they fired the Sarkov. They called him a kook, just like he said, and he said he's disappeared. They believe he's leaving the station or he's gone. And that he was working on something that they didn't buy, and he was canned. So this information did come out that he was fired from the station.
Right.
And that's all that you know. Okay. There's nothing about these other little alien hybrids. Cool. But do remember, Greys are allies to the coalition.
Yeah.
And hybrids were a part of the Grey race that they developed in the process of their history.
That's all cool.
So these are hybrid grays. They're human heterosexual, but they're gray in every other way. Psionic, mind powers. They're powerful. They can be powerful little creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Aliens of high. Yeah.
Yep. What do you think, Cowboy?
Don't exactly know what is he saying. He's got a drive that'll take him longer than. Sorry.
He's working on something where he could create a hop drive, which means a jump 1 is 10 parsecs, a jump 2 is 20. It's 10 times. It would be a super incredible jump. He may be able to even share that technology with you guys or share in the profits if we can get the information, if he can get the formulas right. But he'll pay you full charter, even above and beyond full charter, so you'll still make money in the process. There's a chance, though, you could make millions more.
Yep.
But he needs to get to this anomaly.
Yep.
And the anomaly is it's on this hex I'm pinging right now.
Yeah, that's cool.
Between Timothy and the anomaly is a small stable black hole. The black hole, it's a strange black hole according to what he's saying. It isn't. It's almost like it was created or artificial based on what he's telling you.
Yeah. So
it hasn't expanded. It has a stable orbit. It's like a star. It's not pulling or affecting the other stars. It's only affecting things close to it. It's a very small black hole. Yeah. It is nothing in comparison to the black hole. Might be the size of smaller than the moon. You know what I mean? It is not the giant black hole that was just discovered, or in the center of a galaxy. It's a small black hole.
Yep. So, anything else to add, Cowboy?
And you...
Not really. Just go for it.
Yep. Okay. And finally, Verbal, what's your thinking?
Okay. They are hybrid grays. What do we know about the pure grays? Like, are the pure grays a rigidly honest race, or are they double dealing? Because these are half
the pure grays are peaceful. They're non-warful. If they have any wars, they have robots or other races do the fighting for them. Hybrids could also do some fighting for them. They're very, very highly psionic and really only communicate through telepathy.
Okay.
They are an ally to humanity. They have helped humanity. Humanity more or less saved them from psionic static. All of this is written in the
No.
Whoa! Time out!
In the feed.
Are we dealing specifically with the greys or the hybrids?
Hybrids.
But Dr. Zarkov and the hybrids work for him and with him. So you're dealing with just this group of hybrids.
So we're told.
And what's the doctor's name? I assume it's this freaking dude right here?
Yeah, Zarkov.
Hans Zarkov. No, I didn't put that up. Dr. Hans Zarkov.
That guy up there is, I believe, Jug. So, Verbal, what's your say on the matter?
I don't like it. We're going off into a an isolated situation with these with this officially labeled kook guy and his 4 psionic associates. That doesn't sound good to me.
Right. So my concerns and the pros are obviously if the money's there, the profit's huge. The cons are.
Cowboy looks at you.
Cowboy looks at me and.
Oh, I'm not playing Cowboy. I'm sorry.
Okay. That's okay. Yeah. Cool. So the cons are. They felt that they had to use, or I feel anyway, that they had to use some sort of psionics to entice me to come down here to listen to this man's story. The second thing is that we're told a story about a very small black hole which he's just discovered, and it sounds more like, hang on, who's the navigator here? Who does the stellar cartography and all that sort of stuff? Is that Verbal?
No.
Who's the Nav? Who's the Nav?
I got Nav 1. Does anybody have better than Nav 1? I think on the character sheet.
I've got pilot and Nav 2, so I must be the pilot and or the navigator.
Yeah.
So I want to make a.
Stony helps with sensors. I
Yeah.
mean, verbal helps with sensors at the
Okay.
front.
I just want to make a using my nav
He has
roll
nav
just
one also.
to just refresh myself about stellar cartography and all the ins
He
and outs
did
of
give
that
you
stuff.
he did give you a disc to consider, and the disc may have the nav information, but you would have to install it.
Okay. I'm just going to go on my natural raw
And
navigability, if that's okay right now. And oh, that's groovy. Oh, well, it makes sense to me. Okay.
you rolled low, but it doesn't matter. It comes up, and it's a definite, established chart, and it zooms in and it shows this black hole, and it looks similar to something you've seen in Interstellar. And it also shows a shell of rocks around it. You can't see it or pick it up, but it is a definite. You
It's
can't
the
tell
roll
much
of-
because
yeah.
you're fumbling, but it looks all good to you. It
Okay.
looks A+.
Yep.
It looks
Right.
like, but this guy's not kidding.
So if we do this, folks, I want us to be on absolute alert at all times. Who's the street person? Who's the person?
Which
that's
street
street?
person?
Streetwise.
Streetwise.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
Not me.
Skyson's got it too.
Skyson. Okay, cool. So Skyson's going to be given a job. How much are they?
Skyson has
Size,
Streetwise 0.
Yeah, no. Just looking
Verbal
to-
has Streetwise 0.
That's cool. I'm just looking to see how much it costs.
Rodrigo, Captain, you have Streetwise 1.
Okay. Again, it's me. Wow. I surprise myself sometimes. I cannot find for the life of me in the equipment the size shield. Oh, there it is. Size shield. Oh, 4,000. Okay, rightio. I'm gonna go and send Skyson on a trip. I'm gonna give him. There's 5 of us who don't have a size shield. So I'm going to give him 20,000 credits, and Skyson, you've got the job of trying to procure some more size shields for us.
Okay. Give it your roll for Skyson, Pierre. Give it a roll. Straight 2D.
Okay, Streetwise. Yeah.
Straight
no, I
2D,
don't have-
and I'll tell you what happens.
Yeah, I don't actually have control of this Skyson sheet.
Just hit the die roller. Go hit the die roller and go straight 2D at 0 skill.
Right.
No.
There you go. Bad.
You know.
Okay.
So as of right now, Skyson can't do it. Jug, would you do a straight 2D roll for me? See if you can get out and see if you can find something else. You have Streetwise 0.
I have carousing, but no streetwise.
Actually, you do, I believe. Hang on, let me look again.
Carousing.
You have Streetwise 0.
Yeah, zero
do.
allows you
Zero.
control.
It doesn't show, but you have it on the. You do have Streetwise 0.
It is there on the this crew sheet. Streetwise 0, so
Yeah.
you can roll the 2d6.
So just do a
Streetwise-
straight 2d6 roll and see what happens.
Hey, I beat him.
Bugger. Okay.
Nobody's able to. Seems you're stumbling on securing the size shields. You only have one right now. Who else has Streetwise on the crew?
Me.
I think Cowboy does. Cowboy can
Okay.
give it a shot.
No, it doesn't.
You know,
I'm looking
Okay.
at it right now.
he doesn't.
I'll go have a look at some size
But
shields.
I'm gonna let Cowboy. He's got military tactics and he's familiar with military bases. I'm gonna give you a +1, and I'm gonna let Cowboy get a stab at it. I'm gonna let him use his tactics. So let's see what he rolls. Cowboy +1. Tactics roll.
1 and
Cowboy's still. Oh, 7 + 1 is 8. Cowboy, you landed him.
Right.
Price.
and then another 1 for tactics, so it's 9. But
Okay. No, it's a 7 + 1 is 8, which is still a success.
Cool.
So what is it? What
You
does that
did-
roll
you-
for? Was to
Get 5 more size shields.
You have the 5 size shields.
Right. So we'll put these on. Turn them on. We'll give Stoney his one when we get
Okay.
back to the ship.
During the size shields, there's alarms going off and sirens going off in the facility. And it says bunker down, everybody be leery. There was an explosion in the prison section of the facility. It comes over the news broadcast. and that everybody's secure down, is that a patrol cruiser is carrying fugitives from the prison facility, and it has escaped. You're watching it live on the feed. This patrol cruiser is leaving Ryan. There are 3 other patrol cruisers chasing after it. This patrol cruiser has taken serious damage. There's hull damage. 2 turrets have been taken out, and it escaped and hit jump space. So there's a patrol cruiser that has escaped, or been hijacked, and was under pursuit.
Gee, wonder who was in
Ryan.
Rose. Yeah, someone with the initials SN.
Sounds like a high skill.
Yeah,
high skilled criminal syndicate who work together almost like family.
They're almost snaky like in their approach. Anyway,
a bunch of little snakes.
So, are you going to investigate this with the the admiral or
no,
with the
no,
facility?
no. We know they're out there, so that's enough. And even if they're not out there, it's always good to be aware that they may be. So we'll go in and we'll use the slight confusion to try to secrete this gentleman and his little people in a cargo and have it consigned to our ship. And moved on, and when we got it on board our ship, hopefully we can pull them out of the crates, and then we've got them on board ship with no one knowing. I'm just wondering, okay, so I'm not going to take my side shield off. I'm going to tell them, if your little friends can like induce forgetfulness or distraction or something like they induced happiness or peacefulness in us, then they need to be starting to broadcast that now, so that no one bothers to look into the crates that we're going to put you in to get you on board the ship.
So you do meet with him and take him up on it. They have to use they obviously see you have the side shields on, and they have to use a voice thing to create a voice. So it's like a machine that their thoughts turn into a voice because they see you have it on. We told you, we mean you no harm, comes over the animated voice. We are with Zarkov. This is very serious work, and we need to protect him and get this work done.
Then you can still protect them.
We are dedicated
just that
to Zarkov.
You can't do anything to us, and that's how we'll have it for this job.
We mean you and have no intention to do anything to you.
And we mean you no harm, as long as you still mean to mean us no harm.
Well, that is good.
And I look up at Jug and just give him the wink again. Just, keep reminding with Jug. Do anything that looks really stupid or dangerous, please fire away.
Skyson's reading on digital paper that it was 12. Somehow it's unbelievable that no one knows how, but explosive blew up a portion of the containment area, prisoner containment area.
Nice.
And for security reasons, 12 have escaped. 4 or 5 were killed in the process. Somehow they got their hands on firearms and locks and assistance. And the 12 that they're not naming escaped and also had access codes to a patrol cruiser and escaped on a patrol cruiser and jumped from Ryan. They made it to the jump point after heavy fire from the other military vessels. They even had the ability to fire back a little bit, not doing any damage, and they are gone. Now, does anybody want to pursue who these individuals are?
Well, we're here for another 2 days, so where you go, guys.
Yeah, so this is the identity of the prisoners is not something publicized on the news?
Not public on the news, no. They've kept it under street because they don't want other organizations to know exactly who escaped, or they don't want to announce it. But you do have direct access to the admiral of the facility and the other high officers, since you did bring prisoners here. You could find out about that, and since you may be on a desired kill list by certain criminal aspects of the subsector.
Just one group.
Probably 2, maybe 3.
Maybe 3. Possibly heading towards 4 by the end of today. So where you go, guys. I'll leave you to do whatever you want to do. I'm returning back to the ship and waiting for the delivery of the cargo, and then installing our guests in their staterooms.
Okay, now let me see. I am doing double duty here, aren't I, as Jack Skyson and verbal, but we're both streetwise 0, I think.
Mhm.
Can I get can I get control of the Jack Skyson sheet,
Yep.
Jerry? I seem to be able to see Cowboy and
I'll do
Stony,
it.
but I don't
Hang
need them this time.
Skyson. Give me a chance.
Yeah.
There's that one,
You got-
and then control goes there, and
I
you
don't
should
need
now
to
see
see
it
Stony
and
or
control it.
Cowboy. There we go.
Yep.
But
You
I
got
think
'em. You taught me how to
yeah.
do that too, but you got them now. Yeah. You can.
Yeah,
You got them. He's
so-
all there.
So there's streetwise, but it is a Navy base so that it was like a Navy brig type prison.
Yes. It wasn't like the actual prison. They were going to be shipped out to a prison planet or a better facility, but they seemed to escape before that would happen. And there seemed to be a disruption that was inside job. There was definitely you know that there's you still do have the algorithm device to test it out and to see anything if there was anyone here or anyone in these ranks. You could maybe work with the admiral to find that out.
I'm sorry,
But
what was
somehow-
the algorithm? What was the algorithm device again? A thing.
The thing that could tell you
If there was any
Had the
connection
disconnect-
to the Pliskins, basically.
yes.
Yeah.
Find
Uh-huh.
individuals that were in allegiance to the Pliskins. So there's a chance that you could figure out who may have.
But we've already run it
I want
once.
First, find out who
yeah.
did escape.
Yeah, I thought we would have run that on Ryan.
We ran that
before
once.
coming-
We ran that once, and it was all clear. But I mean,
Uh-huh.
who knows?
Okay. All right. Well, this is a database of old information trying to see what the Pliskins' criminal empire was.
Well,
I think.
you know, we got possibly 3 groups against us. It might be somebody else, but let's rule one group out.
Yeah. I think we
So-
tried to compile a list of enemies.
Hmm.
So you're gonna go meet with the admirals and the generals and try to see what you can find out.
Let me see. Skyson is. What was his career? Was he? Yeah, he was Navy.
Scout,
verbal-
Gunner 3, Pilot 1, Navigation 1,
Yeah.
Computer 1, Electronics 1, Laser Weapons 2, Vac Suit 1, Streetwise 0, Survival 0, Gun Combat 0, Blade Combat 0, Brawling 0.
Yeah, I have all that.
Dexter AA9 are his first 3 stats, 797.
Well, Skyson had a military background, so but verbal has one computer skills, medic.
Skyson's familiar with scouts and naval facilities.
Yeah, Navy Scout. So it's a streetwise. I guess it's a new kind of streetwise roll for Skyson. So I'm going to roll a 2d6.
I'm also going to give him. We'll give him the computer roll too, a computer +1. And
Okay.
yeah, so we'll give him. And hang on 1 second, I'm doing a check. No, just +1. I did a little die roll here for something else, and he can check the algorithms and see what happened.
Yeah. Okay. So Skyson
Everybody wants
on
to.
computer.
First, you guys want to meet with the. You have clearance. You brought prisoners. You can find out what happened. You have access to the leaders of the facility, the officers. So are you
Yeah.
going to do that first?
I think Skyson's computer efforts didn't really succeed too well, but we're already in from delivering some prisoners. Let's talk to the same people, the administrator that we met to hand them over. And let's ask if we can find out more about who the prisoners were. And the guy might be forced to be tight-lipped.
So the
who knows?
officer says. So the officer that you handed the prisoners to comes down to you and he says, "I'm very sorry to inform you of this, but yes, Mr. Snake Plissken, Norma Plissken, Sam Geenan, and several others that were of friendship or relation to them that we have acquired have all escaped together. We don't exactly know how, but they had access codes to guns, to lockers, and they also had access codes to a ship and a route. So it was an inside job. We're interrogating people now as we speak, trying to figure out who did what and where. Yeah.
Okay, so we're back. So we're back on the Pliskin list.
Yep. Whenever
So-
we're off.
Make another roll +2, Skyson.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
It comes up, all of a sudden it comes up on your alarm. You guys, when you first got here, you didn't check the status, but a scout vessel has jumped in and jumped out. And that scout vessel was in direct relation to someone that was on Tantea that you also had come up on the list that was negative. So they arrived briefly with a couple other naval lower officers that had potential access to security codes. That scout ship is now gone. It was only here to carry a message or something about the Tanteans as a cover. And you do know who it was and what happened, and they're no longer there. They're gone. And they're out of the access of the Ryan military. But somehow you believe, based on your information, that they were the ones that infiltrated the facility.
Groovy. Okay.
So they may have been the ones, and they were registered with the Pliskin organization in Tantea.
They were allies. They come up on the algorithm as allies.
Well, they may be hiding near a unstable little black hole. Might be actually more safer than being out in the stars at the moment.
About it, Steve. How much?
No, this is the captain speaking.
Okay, Captain. Well, I'm going to give you a referee hint. How far can a patrol cruiser jump?
I don't know. Far enough.
Jump 3. I believe it's a jump 3, right?
Yeah.
Look at the map.
Yeah, he can go to Parch, he can go to Tantea, Fenta, all those places.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think it could be safer to be near a little black hole than it is out in space at the moment.
So now the black hole idea is feeling safer than going to any one of these nearby worlds.
It's just a comment the captain makes, yes.
And what does Stoney think?
Stoney, he's been busy in the engineering section. He doesn't really...
Well...
As long as he doesn't have to come across Cowboy, that's all fine. He's happy as.
Cowboy and crew, the days pass uneventful with all these things going on. The drives are hardened.
Cool.
Everybody's ready to take passage. The cargo's brought over. And the assistants, the hybrids, the 4 hybrids, and Zarkov were hidden in a crate and brought on board through the cargo bay with their equipment. And
the only other thing I need is the payment for the ship to go through out of our spare money.
You're going to pay for the
payment that's due in 2 weeks, so because we're not going to be in a place where we can pay it in 2 weeks, I don't think.
So we pay mortgage ahead of time. We pay the $250,000 for the hardening.
Yep.
Okay, that's easy to note.
We also have 1, 2. Damn, which one was it? Sorry, give me a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it was it in this hex or in the hex below it? That the
one below 0508.
Okay,
Timothy,
so 1, 2. So I'm assuming he's giving us the money for the trip to there at least before we go. For the 200.
It's this hex here.
Yeah.
So it's 2 jumps.
2 jumps.
Are you going to stop at Sandra, or are you going to accept the fuel bladder to just go all the way without having to stop anywhere?
We can do 2 successive 1 jumps, so we're okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you can't jump back unless you take the fuel bladder.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a 20-ton fuel bladder, which will take up. He can have that installed for you, and it'll be full of refined fuel, and then he has the other 30 tons of equipment. Yes, that's the anomaly right there. Perfect.
Right. Okay. Cool. I'm just working up monetary how much he owes us before we get there, so I know how much money I've got to buy extra life support and all the other bits and pieces.
You have 120 units of life support.
Oh,
it's a weak unit.
Fine. We're fine.
You're full.
Yep,
You're
that's all
full
cool.
on life support.
That's all cool. Okay,
Life
rightio.
support's $500 a unit.
Yep.
It's good for a week.
Okay, so we'll get that. I'll task Stony to attach the bladder and square it away with the normal whatever. He knows his stuff. He'll do all that.
Okay.
So his role.
While you're doing all this stuff, you're outside of the ship in one of the hallways. You look up and you notice a guy, and he's kind of staring at you, and he looks very familiar. But you can't place where. It just, you can't. Where did I see that guy? You don't know where. Feeling like I've seen this guy before. He's kind of staring at you, and he walks on by. He also has like a service technician jacket.
You mean he's staring at us when we're in a ship bay?
No, you're
Or
outside of the
bay?
ship bay. Well, Captain was in and out. He was in the hallway going back for some business and, proper paperwork or whatever. And he wasn't in the ship, but he was near the ship in one of the corridor hallways between the ship, different ship bays.
As I'm moving about with this guy in my field of vision, not trying to keep him in my field of vision, I'll call for Jug to come in and just see if he recognises the guy. I'll give Jug my location, say I need you to just back me up.
I will do so.
The guy's
Do I
already
need
walked around
to-
the
Yeah.
I'll run after him.
Right.
corner. You're in the ship. Come here. Let's look at your stats again. Running, okay. Let me look. Oh. All right. You're going to run after him?
Yep.
Give me a
Yes, I am.
2D plus 1 roll. 2D plus 1 roll. Because you are in the ship. You got to come and run now. He just called you quick. I need a 2D plus 1.
Ah,
You run out, but the guy's already gone.
Okay.
You go down the hall, you run out after, and Captain Mantar, you didn't pursue after him either, did you?
No, I don't want to make it look too obvious. I'll give Jug a description
Okay,
of the
so-
guy.
video, your phone. Is there a video recorder on the ship that's pointed in this direction?
Well, we could
Any
probably break
video?
into the security cameras on board this establishment.
What was he wearing?
He was
Okay.
wearing a standard flight
Technician. He was wearing a
Technicians.
technician coveralls.
coveralls. There you go. X-coloured hair, around about
Dress.
XX height.
Get out the direction he's going.
The bull.
Yep. So
But you
when-
don't know where you're seeing him from.
Mm,
But you know you recognized him.
radio.
And he just walked past. He stared at you for a minute, and he just walked by, and he's out of sight. He must have took off when he got around the corner.
Okay, that's
Which
cool.
is because otherwise, which is creepy because Jug would have caught up to him otherwise.
Yeah.
Oh, he's bionic and he teleported out. Crap.
He might not have teleported, matey. He could be just hiding in some secret little panel waiting for us all gone. Who knows? But I'm just wondering whether he's 1 with the Pliskins, 2 with Starface, or 3 another group that we pissed off mightily and we don't actually understand them yet. Radio. So from now on, if we're off the ship, we work in twos until we actually take off. At least that way we increase our chance of recognizing someone, or at least protecting ourselves if anything else happens.
There's nothing holding you back. Your ship is done.
Oh, it's already?
Zark-
Okay, cool. Okay. Radio.
Well, you want Zarkov to pay you ahead of time for 1, 2?
The 2 jumps at least.
You got the, which is what do we say?
50 for
Uh-huh.
the cargo and 50 for him and his 4 little people per jump.
And per jump, is that what we agreed upon?
Well, that's how he wants to get there. We can only jump 1, so he's going to have to pay for each jump 1, isn't he? That's how it goes in the...
Yes, he is.
Yep.
And he's willing to do that.
Yep. So it's 100,000. I'm sorry, that's a 200,000.
Subtracted. I'm keeping up with the ship sheet.
Yep.
You right
cool.
now are at, with the payment, you made 8 months worth of payments. You didn't pay the crew yet, but you can pay them later, and they're not going to need money where they're going. You're at 8,000 250 credits. I mean, 830,250
Thank you,
credits.
because otherwise it would
He
have gone
pays
through
you.
the floor. Yep.
Pays you the 200,000, so now you're back at 1,030,250
Cool.
credits,
And
and
we've
it
made
clears into your account.
Yep.
He paid you for the 2 weeks ahead of time.
Cool.
He says, "Let's roll."
He's ready. So I asked him just to go stay in his stateroom until we say give the all clear, until we're into jump space, just in case. If you have a vac suit, I suggest you get into it, because I'm ordering all the crew to get into a vac suit. We're going to depressurize unwanted areas, just in case we get into a little fight and we accidentally get depressurized somewhere. I want...
Before we go,
Yep.
sorry, did we ever ask questions about what the 30 tons of Zarkov's cargo was?
No, I think it's better we don't ask.
No? Okay.
No, I think it's just safer we don't ask.
Not even for our own protection? Hey, have you perhaps been influenced or fiddled by those 4 gray hybrids?
Well, not as far as I'm aware, but I am wearing my size shield at all times, and I'm told the rest of the crew to do the same. But if they've laid a sort of anyway, Jug has an order. They do anything that's out of whack and it puts us at risk. He's got my full permission to shoot them.
Okay.
Whether they're peaceful and want universal whatever, I don't care. But as long as they don't hurt us, we don't need to hurt them.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So, so we're not asking questions about the 30 tons
Zarkov
of
says
cargo.
to you, he says, if we do end up under fire, he said, my assistants can help you greatly. But we have to use psionic amplifiers, and you're going to need to connect them to your computer. We're all in this together now. We can help you better than you could ever imagine in a combat situation.
Possibly.
You have to trust us.
If we get
You
there,
have to.
I'll
We need
consider
to
it.
plug in some of my equipment. And
No,
your
hold
psionic
on.
amplifiers.
You want to plug things into my computer, my precious?
I say
Or
you have to
others
convince that
use
man pointing to
computers as
verbal
well.
first. Yeah.
Yeah, my
Do you
precious.
Do you want to have a top advantage on any ship that attacks you?
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. But what I suggest
If
you do...
you trust me to help you, we will not go down in an attack.
Right, well, we'll see if we get to there. If we don't need to worry. Let's get going, guys.
Yeah, I think I caught a virus from a cooker on Xander, and this sounds very oddly similar for some reason.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a short skip and a hop from let us help you to we've taken over your systems and now we're going to vac you all. We have a ship.
I self-medicated though, so it was all right, no big deal.
Awesome.
But anyway, this is... Yeah, okay, we're off.
Stoney, we need an engineering check. You
Yep.
can check over the drives.
He is, sorry, I've got it here somewhere. Where the hell is his ship?
He's wearing a vac suit. You depressurized everything just in case.
Not everything. I've depressurized the hold. I've depressurized any corridors that don't need to have any pressure in them. If Stoney can work, which he can do in the engineering bay without any pressure, I'm going to tell him to...
Wizard at that.
Yep. Where is this bloody engineering? 2. Yeah. If any area can be depressurized and where it's still viable for us to use, do so.
Jug, I would assume you're in your turret?
Yes, I think Stoney says that the engines are purring along nicely. We're ready to rock.
Okay. And then you roll for captain for the takeoff?
Oh, yeah. Now, he's a pilot 1 or 2?
I believe 2.
2. Okay, same die rolls.
Let me see.
Oh, okay.
So
this is...
Yeah.
This is where why I get schizophrenic, where Stoney puts in a big grumble to the captain about why are you putting more racing stripes on the side of the ship.
What did he roll?
A
Rolled
7.
7? It's a practical takeoff. So it's not gonna. It's just a little bumpy and irritating. It upsets and turns everybody's stomach because he's a little. Captain Mantar's got that image of this guy. He just can't place where he's seen him. It's like something was blocking it. He couldn't place where he's seen him. He doesn't understand, and so that was disturbing Mantar.
Okay.
I saw that guy, and it's something
Captain
that's not a
Rodrigo,
good feeling.
Sorry?
Captain Rodrigo.
I'm
right?
thinking Mantar.
Captain
He always
Rodrigo,
plays him.
yeah.
Rodrigo, yeah,
Yep.
Captain.
The captain. Okay, so I've done
Jug,
my
are you
part.
there?
Who?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
I replied. I'm replying through text messaging. No, I'm not in the turret. I'm actually watching our guests. The hybrid greys and the doctor.
Okay, so
Okay.
not Skyson, Jug. What I would like you to
Turret,
do
I
is
would think.
get them into their either they all want to be in one or they can be in their own individual staterooms. Tell them we're just going to go into lockdown, vac this corridor, and then get up into the turret when you've done that. Okay, just
Right,
make sure.
the turret, not watching our guests in case they try something.
Well, if we vac the corridor that they're going to get into, it's going to be bloody hard for them to do anything, isn't it? Well, if you can set,
You can lock them.
do you
lock
have?
them in the.
Yeah, I've asked them to lock them in, but also I just want to know if Jug's got electronic at all.
No, I don't have electronic.
Bugger. Okay, no, we don't have time then. That's okay. We've got space, I think, in the computer. I'll just tell Verbal to make sure he puts in the anti-hijack program. Then everything's under lockdown.
Am I normally the
We
one
can
who handles
help you.
computer things?
Yeah.
We can help you. We can help you.
If that's the only,
if there's an attack.
I can only hear that over the comm, and I turn the comm off.
That was Zarkov just saying that to you.
Yeah, over the comm.
We have technology and abilities you don't understand. Those are his
That's
last
fine.
words.
I say if we need it, we'll use it. If we don't, we won't need it. But thank you for your help. Okay, team, let's go. So I'll just check with Skyson. Not Skyson, sorry. Jug has done his bit.
You're at your full 1G, which is all you're capable of doing. You have exited the atmosphere, or you've left the station. You kind of like, you didn't hurt the ship, but you kind of bumped into the side of the wall and it shook everybody. Just a hair. It didn't even really scratch it. Just enough to irritate everybody because they're already on edge, especially with the whole Snake Plissken escape thing. It really has everybody worried because you had control having them on ice for so long, and now you'd be second guessing yourself. Why did we give him up?
He's out there and he's plotting.
He's out there again. Yeah.
And we can see that there's many, many more of them than we thought in the first place.
Yeah.
So going
so
hiding
you're taking
a little
off.
dark.
I need you to do another. What's your? Let me look at your stats, Mantar. No, Rodrigo.
Captain.
Give me an intelligence
8, 8, 7,
roll, and it's
8.
Yeah.
Okay. So
You're an 8,
2d6.
so there's no bonus. It's straight 2d6. Yes.
Sorry.
What were your skills?
9. Very nicely done.
It comes
Pilot
to
2, Nav 2, Comp 1, Electronics, and Medic and Streetwise and
This
Shotgun
roll
1.
is for something else. It comes to you. Jug, I need you to do a roll for me too. What's your intelligence? Do an intelligence.
5.
Bad.
Rolling
-1.
Jug, you're still drawing a blank right now. Your intelligence is only a 5, so that's a -1. What did you roll?
A 9.
9 -1 is an 8. It's still a success. You guys are almost at the same time. Are you in the turret now, or are you still overseeing, or you're locked in?
I rolled 10 -1. That's a 9. So my roll is a 9, not an 8.
Okay, I'm sorry. Either way, it's a success. You're right.
Cool.
I wasn't looking at that wrong. Either way, it's a success. 8 or higher is a success. You both have a success on your intelligence rolls. It comes to you. That guy was an assistant to San Luis Starface. He was one of his key guys, and he was one of the guys that was shooting and attacking you in the hallways on Jimbalila.
Great.
He was right there. And it didn't come to you right away, but obviously San Luis was also somewhere on Ryan. So San Luis and his crew, and he was wearing a technician suit, which is kind of strange. So you
just want to go to Stony right now and just check out that guy was nowhere near our ship while they were installing the hardening.
You don't have an image of him though.
But Stony would have seen him. Oh, okay.
Was Stony there in the hall?
I'm pretty sure he was.
Stoney didn't see the guy in the hallway, though.
Okay, well, I'll
You
give him a
did.
description anyway. Give him a description.
Oh, so you give him the description.
Yep.
Okay.
Was
okay.
anyone
I
like
want you to
this, blah, 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 near our ship while they were hardening the armor?
It's
Yep.
Stoney. BB969. We're going to let Stoney give it an education roll.
Okay.
We're going to let him do an education. +1. I'm going to give him a +1 to his roll.
Ooh.
He's reflecting on it.
Okay.
Who was there? Who was what? We'll see what he rolls. And I'll tell you.
As soon as I get the right bloody combination of alphanumerics, we'll get there. Here we go.
Says absolutely. He was on here. He did some of the hardening on the other end here of the drives. I do recall that.
Okay. What is Stoney's got a job to do, and he's not going to like
Did
it.
he harden?
We
Did he harden our maneuver drive with plastique or something? That's
Yeah.
not hardening.
yeah.
No. No. Absolutely. I mean, you're Stoney, Steve, but I'm speaking for
Yeah.
you. He says Stoney's memory recalls that the man did legitimate work. He did do some things on the side here. He might have put the hardening is solid because Stoney double checked all the hardening and everything, and it's encased well and properly. He doesn't understand exactly what the issue would be.
So Stoney is now going.
So
to,
he
once
might
we
have to
get
do a
space,
series of.
Yep. In space, he's going to have to get out.
Yeah.
And he's going to have to do a sensor sweep of the outside of the hull where the guy was, and any other areas near where the guy was, to see if there's anything that shouldn't be there.
Okay.
Would tactics give me an edge in maybe thinking of where a bomb would be placed?
Yeah, it could. It could. We could do a tactics roll on that. We could see what happens. But first off, you got to get to the 100 diameter point.
And that's
You're
what I'm
not quite
saying.
there
Yeah.
yet.
So Stoney's doing that while we're traveling to the 100 diameter point. He's not going to enjoy this because we could very well engage with ships while he's outside. But I'm not telling Stoney that just yet.
Well, you're getting close to the 100 diameter point. The direction you're going, of course, is away from everything.
Yeah.
Off to the distance, I need an electronics roll by verbal. Let's see if he picks up anything on the sensors. You did put in the information now. You're going to make a jump. You're not going anywhere. You're not stopping at Sandra. You're just going to jump on the edge of the system and jump again, right?
Pretty much.
Is that what you set?
Yeah. And then we have one jump out of the null zone.
So, verbal 2D plus 2. And actually, with your sensors, because it's a +3, actually. So that's an 8 plus 3 is 9, which is a success. You pick up something 100,000 miles off kilter, and you pick up a vessel, kind of stealthy type vessel, and it seems to be heading in your direction.
Okay, rightio. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump from Ryan to Sandra. We're gonna stop in Sandra. We're gonna let Stoney and Jug get out on the hull, detect what they can, see if it's a bug or a homing beacon or something, because we're not jumping into the dark space with that potentially in us.
Okay.
Because we can't risk engaging in a fight right here and now.
Okay. Well, you haven't reached jump yet, and now you have this vessel approaching your ship. It's about 100,000 kilometers, and it's moving more at 2G to your 1G. And it seems like it expected and planned your route, and it's heading a direct route to your ship right now. You are at about 80 diameters out. You still have 20 more to go.
Okay. So what is the quickest I can change our... So if it's heading to us, towards us, I want to head away.
Yes, location, but it will be at a very long location. It'll be under 50,000 kilometers briefly by the time you're at 90 to 95. So it can fire at you at a very long distance.
Yeah. What I want to do,
fire
yeah,
beam and pulse lasers at very long distance.
What I want to do is I'll just quickly draw on this. If that's us in the middle of the two subsectors, and this other ship is, say, I don't know where it's coming from. So this is us here.
I don't see where you're at.
Sorry, I'll ping it again.
It must have come from the planet, just like us.
Yeah.
You're here.
Or was it?
Oh, wait a minute. You're up here is where you're drawing. Okay.
Yeah, so that's
us here.
Where is the other ship in relation to us?
Yeah.
Is it directly behind, to the left, to the right? Where is it coming in from?
It would be to the left and moving fast, so it could.
Okay. So
you still have to go straight to your jump point.
Yeah, I want us to.
You're going to try to curve a little off.
Yep,
to
move
give it a
off
little more time.
quite a strong angle to give us as much time as possible before it closes.
Well, plus 2. I'm going to give you a -1 because it's going to be slightly difficult to make that maneuver and keep the jump route. So a +1 pilot roll.
Point of order. When you accelerate away from the planet, you accelerate, and then you build up the speed. It becomes harder and harder to veer hard left or anything. You're just adding tiny new vectors to your
and that's what I'm saying, as hard as I can, not do a hard lift, because it's impossible to do a hard lift.
Yeah, this is not
you
the
do
scale.
cut a little bit of the edge off, so they can't fire yet, but there'll be a chance for them to fire on you at very long distance at 95.
Yeah. So,
95 diameters. You could punch early, but you're taking the chance of a miss jump.
Yeah.
But there's a chance that they may only have one shot at you, and you'll be able to engage, and you may be able to have one shot back.
Then we'll go with that being the most reasonable chance of being killed. Okay.
You want me back in the turret or scanning you out of the ship?
I think they'd want you in the turret.
You're back in the turret.
Yeah.
We're going to have to hold off with you and Stoney getting out on the hull to try to see if it's either a locator beam thingy or an actual device that's going to blow us to smithereens.
Don't forget the hybrids said they could help us. Do we want to bring them out now, or do we want to keep them under the
I don't want him to know.
Cabin?
There's not a lot of time. You're under the gun. You're down to just like a few turns here.
Yep,
you're not even going to be able to get through a full cycle of turns.
Yep.
So you're about to that point, and sure enough, it comes crystal clear over the sensors. It is that Safari ship.
Of course it is.
It is Starface's Safari ship, and he's on your tail, and he's accelerating faster, and he's going to get a chance to fire on you.
Yes.
Which would be a 2D. It's a beam laser. At very distance is -1. Your piloting skill is 2.
Yep.
I'm going to look at the modifiers here.
Yep.
Is 2, -3. Gunner skill is 2, +1. Higher G +1. Okay, I'm going to say at that distance with your skills and their skills, it's a shot. He's shooting a beam laser. It's 2d8 for a hit, 2d6 -1. And it's a miss. One turret shoots. The second turret shoots, and it's a miss. Okay. And at very long distance, now it's your turn to fire back before you jump.
Yep. We're only going to fire back beams, no missiles.
Jug can fire back beam lasers. Jug, you can take a shot. Let me see what we're going to do. You have a what are your skill? You're -2. Very long distance is -1. You get a +1. Roll 2d +1 for your beam laser.
Why did you say? Why did you say -2?
+2.
No, I'm looking at all the mods, and I'm giving you a 2. Your skill is 2, but you got a -1 at very long distance with a beam laser. So you get a -1 to the hit. But your skills put you at a +1. 2d +1. You need an 8 or higher to hit.
Nice.
And Jug does hit.
Always leave them hurt. That's what I like.
And my second shot?
Chance to fire. No, you can't fire a second shot.
Skyson
Skyson's a +3. -1 is a +2. 2d +2 to the hit.
There you go, Pierre.
So Skyson gets to fire. You guys are good gunners. You are really good, and Skyson's one of the best.
And this is where we roll
so that's
double
2d. 2d +1, 2.
Come on, Pierre.
Oh right, sorry.
Yeah.
2d
nice
+2.
Big numbers.
Oh, 2d6 +2. Got to put a 6.
Yep. 2d6 +2. Yeah.
Tyson, down there. No.
Okay.
But
That's
remember, see that atomic symbol? It's absolutely fair. Roll 20 rolls, quantum enhanced rolls.
Skice and miss.
Whatever.
All right, Jug, for fun, since you made the hit, I'm going to let you roll a straight 2d6 to see what damage you did to their ship. Straight 2d6. And let's see what you did. Roll either really high or low.
Yeah.
You rolled a 9.
Get double ones or double sixes. Best thing. Way you go, Ouch.
Yeah. A 9 would be
Nine?
a computer or electronics hit to their vessel. They're still intact, but you did some damage to the electronic system of
Awesome.
their vessel. So they're still approaching. But they're not going to be able to fire again because you're able to engage the jump drive now. And you need to
Okay.
give me a straight 2D roll for engaging the jump drive.
And just
From
before we do that,
Mantar,
just before that, we flick the hologram,
And it-
which gives them a big wavy sign, which then turns into the middle finger up, and goodbye.
I don't think I can see it, but yeah, okay.
Can we start sending people where we're going to have all of these confrontations? Can we start sending them the electronic emojis?
Yes, I think that'd be great. Great idea. Here we go. No, we do not blow up. That's always nice.
successfully in jump. Both their laser shots have missed you, and Jug had a direct hit on the electronic systems of Starface's. You are successfully in jump for a week, and you are jumping in the direction of the out system of Sandra, right? You're not jumping to Sandra,
No, out. Yep.
Out system.
Yep.
So the week, you have a week now in jump, roughly. 6 days,
Okay.
give or take 10 hours.
Rightio. So what I want in that time, I want, first of all, I need Stoney to give me exact coordinates of where that guy was when he was doing other stuff, and then split it halfway between him and Jug for when we get out of jump.
He was part of the technician crew. He did all the hardening everywhere on the vessel with that group. You know, I don't.
Was there
so
any
he was
time?
all over the place.
Yep. So was there any time he was by himself? I need him when he was by himself.
Oh, he might have been back in the corner, and he might have done some stuff on the outside by himself.
Right. Then those are the two places we're going to start looking.
Check
While
the
in
outside
jump.
while you're in jump, though.
He can do.
Can't do
Yep.
that.
So it's too tight to the ship. You can't go outside the ship while you're in jump. It's too dangerous.
Yeah.
No.
But the inside part. we
Look,
can do.
the ship's hull is coated with lanthanum that enables the jump. So everything inside the hull is able to jump. So that means you can't go outside
No,
the
you
hull and
can't.
crawl on the hull.
Exactly.
Yep.
So you can't check what he did ever on the outside, but you can check all the hardening on the inside.
Which is going to be Stoney's job and Jug's job, just to speed it up.
Okay.
You
Jug,
said that I could apply my tactical skill
Yep.
to thinking of where he might have hidden a bomb or sabotage.
Yep. Or
Okay.
planted a located device, anything of that nature.
You mean we can search 3 days of security footage of our own ship insides?
Well, we're going to search
So
and
Jug
get
is
search inside. Yep. You got it right.
Jug
Or
is
even the
going to
outside,
use his
like-
tactics skill.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Wait a minute. He's got recon.
And tact.
Skyson has tactics. What? No.
You're right.
Jug-
I have recon skill.
Do you have electronics at all, Jug?
No.
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
No.
Well, I'll let Stoney loose and see what Stoney can find in
Has
the first half.
electronics. Pierre has electronics.
Stoney gets
and,
an 8. So he's only checking the inside of the ship as best he can to see where the stuff was hardening, if the guy was
Can't
inside.
really. All you're picking up is hardening. You don't know or see anything of any difference
Oh, okay, that's good for the
at
inside.
that roll.
Yep.
But you could do it. You could do some electronic, like hand sensor stuff. Verbal can come down and do it. And get a +2 to that.
Mhm.
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
So if Verbal wants to give
There
that
you
a
go.
shot.
Yep, there you go.
36 plus 2 electronics. So the question is, what was the question? The question is whether they.
The guy's planted anything on our ship, be it a bomb, a locating device, or
Yeah.
anything. We just want to find if there's
Yeah, I
anything
think
planted.
they must have had a tracking device to find us in space. So let me try.
Good try.
Yeah. So I got a 9.
Still, you don't pick up anything on the outside. You guys draw the conclusion. I mean, anything on the inside. If there is anything, it had to be installed on the outside of the vessel.
Right. Okay.
So you're SOL. You're totally SOL.
Did we
That's
not
okay.
have maybe like security footage on the outside of the hull as well, like cameras outside too? I mean, when we were in dock for 3 days. Do we have
No,
anything
you don't
that-
have security cameras actually on the ship, but there may have been cameras that watched your ship, but you're no longer plugged into that computer or that system.
Yeah, we don't.
You
control
left that behind.
We don't
So
control.
yeah, you have no means of finding that out.
Okay. When we get out in Sandra, I'm thinking that what we might do, first of all, do we know if Sandra contains a gas giant?
No, Sandra does not contain a
Bugger.
gas giant.
Okay, that's out then.
You do have enough fuel, though. I can tell
Yeah,
you about
no, that's all
Sandra.
cool.
Let me look.
That's all cool. That's okay. I just need to know whether it was gas giant or not. Okay, so when we come out of
Okay,
jump,
Solo Star.
yep,
That's it.
yep. So when we come out in space, verbal, you're going to check sensors pretty quickly. If we're all clear, then Stoney and Jug get out on the hull and do a quick check as quick as they can to see if there's anything on the hull or near the hull that could be either a locator or an exploding device or some sort of device that I don't know what that we don't actually have.
Okay.
And then if we need to work out how to get rid of it, we will, and we'll try not to jump until we get rid of it.
Is there any other business during the week, like taking care of our 5 guests? Is there like who acts
Cowboy
as
will
the
do that.
steward here?
He's the steward.
Cowboy.
Cowboy, you're interacting with them. You still have your side shield on?
Shit, sorry. I was just go back. What happened?
You're the steward. You take care of the passengers, so you're taking care of them in the upper level, the 6 staterooms. They've taken 5 of them. You got the 4 hybrids and Zarkov. And Zarkov says, we really could use plugging in our equipment. We really could help you. We know you were under attack. We know that the turrets were fired, and they have voice. They can't really talk, but they have voice amplifiers, like even on their neck, that speak for them because they want to communicate telepathically. But you guys all wearing side shields, so they can't influence your emotions. But they could say, well, there is something we can do to protect you from attack, that to give you the edge. If we can plug into your system in the future, we know you have these evil forces coming upon you. We could we can help you.
Have I been told not
If
to
you're-
do that with them? Like,
We've made it pretty
He
clear.
wants to tell the captain that, and he wants to explain to you how it works. But while you're in jump
Yeah.
still.
So Cowboy, the agreement was we'll take them as long as they don't harm us. We won't harm them, but we are under suspicion of what their motivations are at the moment until we see better evidence.
Okay.
Yeah, if Herbal manages computer stuff, if he's the only one or the main one, he's not going to want them to touch his precious.
Yeah, well, as I said,
Electronic
you get
systems.
past verbal first, then you're going to
You
get
get
past Stony
attached to the
second.
traveler. You get attached to the traveler computer and its oversized Nintendo cartridges. You have to plug in for a limited number of programs.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's all written in super basic.
So do you
8-bit.
want to find out what they're intending and doing, or talk to them about it, or no?
While
You're in jump. I mean, you
I will.
let the captain know. The captain, would you at least look at what they're talking about doing, how they can help you, make a decision, educated decision based on that.
Yeah, I'll listen to them, but I'll pretend that I'm doing something else, like fluffing a pillow.
I will talk with them. I have carousing 3.
Okay, so you're in there too, Jug. You're talking with them and they're explaining to you. He pulls up a holographic image and he shows you this electronic device that he would have to plug into the computer outlets, and he can actually set up a base in the cargo bay to do that. And what the hybrids can do is, if they're plugged into this device, it's a psionic amplifier. They can make your ship teleport short interplanetary distances, like 25,000 kilometers over here, 10,000 kilometers over there. And when they do that, they can also send the information to the turrets to readjust to the targets according to their micro jumps. So they can do, gravity doesn't affect it, but they can make the ship teleport. brief distances. So they could be firing on you missiles, and you could teleport over 10,000 or a different distance, and then you could fire on them and be off track of what they're shooting at. And he shows you and explains this to you in detail. It's Grey technology. Greys can actually teleport their ship. I mean, from at short distances. If they're plugged into a mind meld, they can amplify their psionic ability to an electronic level. If they're plugged into this and connected to the ship, they kind of mind meld and become one with the ship and the electric grid. So they're showing you the diagrams of how they can do it and what they can do. So if you were under attack by a powerful ship, a patrol cruiser, or a pretty skilled safari ship, or any other ship that might have an interest in
I wonder why you mentioned those two in particular.
There may be ability, if you can get this hooked up, it would take about a day to get it hooked up. And you're in your last couple days of jump. So he explains all this to you, Jug and Cowboy. You have your psi shields on. And I want you to give me a carousing roll, Jug. That's a +3. 2D +3. I believe you're a +3 carousing.
Screw it. Just take off my psi shield.
Yeah, hold the phone here. Hold the phone. Did we ever tell our passengers that we were being under attack by a safari ship? I mean, we identified it ourselves while we were attacking, but
they also
did he mention
they also knew how big our cargo bay was. I knew that, but I didn't make a comment about it. Yeah, they're using psionics and they're quite powerful.
But it's a free trader. That's not hard knowledge to know. And they're psionic, so they can pick up energy waves. And also remember, Starface is psionic. And he says, I also sense, I sense something wrong with the ship hull. He says to you, there's something here. It's a threat. It's a threat. You hear that voice. We want to help you. There's a threat on the hull. There's a threat on the hull. And it's like almost like a... And this is going into your head now, Cowboy, because you took your psi shield off. So it's direct. The voice is directly in your head. It's like a sad child kind of cries.
I volunteer.
It's a mopey childlike thought.
Okay, well, he's got his psi shield off. I volunteer to shoot Cowboy the moment he acts weird. Like he expresses, like if he expresses sympathy to his passengers or something, or smiles, or even says have a nice day to his charges. I don't know.
So Stony
is why are they working with Dr. Zukov?
Zarkov, yeah.
Zarkov. Yeah, well, Stony took his psi shield off momentarily. Big mistake. You shower with it, you sleep with it.
But Stony didn't. That was Cowboy.
Sorry, Cowboy did.
No.
Cowboy did. Okay,
Stony didn't. Jug did a carousing roll, and it's a high success. So I want to emphasize on that. Based on what you're hearing and your sense of carousing, and you have a psi shield on, so it's completely your opinion. You believe them. You think this is real, and based on some of your history, you've heard stories about beating the reptilians in the war, that the Greys used some kind of technology like this with the coalition forces to trick out the reptilians and push them back. So it's like clicking in your brain, like this is real, this might work. So those are the thoughts that are going in your head, Jug. And Cowboy's shattered, and you're also hearing the same thing, but you're hearing over the regular communicator that there's a threat on the hull. Basically, what Cowboy's experiencing on an emotional level, you are experiencing on your own rational, intellectual level.
Okay, but the question I also want to know from the hybrids is, why are they working with the doctor? Can they give me an answer to that?
Okay. The answer is that Dr. Zarkov helped create them, and out of the genetics from the Greys, he also helped support them and keep them alive when they were about to be distinguished by evil forces. And this type of technology, neither the Greys, and they're no longer a part of the Greys, they are totally dedicated and committed to Zarkov. And this is the answer that comes across to you. Zarkov is sort of like their master. And
I thought he was their
the
father.
other thing that you... So in a way, he had to do with some of their development and their evolvement from both Grey and human genetics. So Zarkov was involved in creating them because he needed something with the psionic amplifying technology has something to do with this possible gravitational stuff he's doing with the anomaly.
Okay.
How you feel, Cowboy? Go ahead.
No, because I'm just wondering what the hell do they decide? Fuck. What are they telepathically sending me?
Scared about the hole. There's something in the hole that's bothering them, and they're worried and they want to deal with this thing on the hole.
Right.
They're worried about whatever it is, just as much as you guys are now. It's like their minds knew there's something wrong on the hole. There's something wrong. There's another side. There's a powerful psionic force. They say there's a powerful energy, a powerful mind that we feel. We felt its presence attacking you prior to our jump. You're getting all these thoughts
in the hold and all that.
What can you do to
by the drives?
Do they know specifically what it is, or do we know?
They don't know specifically, but whatever it is, it has psionic elements. It has psionic properties.
It's on the
Okay, and you said on the hull or on the hold?
Or in the
on the hull, on the outside of the ship.
Okay.
And it's something to do with near the drives, the area you did not check. So, Jug, all this information's just like, it's like double information compounding on things. We sense it, we feel it. It's an icky presence. It's on this ship.
What can you do to assist us in? What can you do to protect us from it?
And if you let us use our amplifiers, we can help you combat whatever comes our way.
Even in jump space?
We can put on our they have small vac suits. You can't do it in jump space. You got to do it when you exit jump space.
How long have we been in jump space again?
I will tell the captain.
You're about a day out of. You've got about a day to go. So there's enough time to hook up this stuff, but you got to convince the captain and Verbal yet that you want to do this. And Jug, right now, you and Cowboy think they're legit, and you feel that way intellectually. And Cowboy, you feel that way not just intellectually but emotionally. Like these are my friends. We got to fight for them. They want to protect us. You feel it like almost like a panic. Just they've projected those emotions on you because you don't have your psi shield on, so you're feeling pure emotion, almost influence. But Jug, from an intellectual point of view, you're agreeing with what they're saying, but it's your own emotions. There's no influence on your emotions.
I will tell that to the captain. Captain, based on my information from the hybrids, I believe they are correct, and it looks like Cowboy is in love with them, so he would agree with me.
So you're saying Cowboy's been compromised?
Well, he has been psionically compromised. I have not been.
Right.
But I still agree with his assessment.
Well, get his shield back on his head and observe and monitor, and if they do anything that suggests to you that they're putting us at danger, destroy whatever it is they're doing and then put them back in there and lock them in their staterooms.
I will do so. I have yet to observe anything that I feel I should shoot them for.
Okay, but just saying, if you ever come to a situation, don't worry for my confirmation, just do it.
Understood.
Cowboy to put on his psi shield again. Captain's orders.
Yep.
And you comply, Cowboy?
Am I still broadcasting? Hello?
Yep, you are.
Yeah, I'll put it back on.
Back on, you feel a sense of calming and you lose some of that connection. But the feelings are still the same, and intellectually, you agree with it. You agree with the feelings you had. But you're back more to rational. You're not plugged into those feelings anymore. So, yeah. And you look at Jug, and you guys both know that they want to stay alive just as much as you. And their interests are pure Zarkov. Purely committed to Zarkov.
Which is dangerous. Anyway, let them do that stuff, and then we'll come out at Shirley, and I'll ask.
So you're gonna come out at Sandra. You didn't plug in. You didn't take the advice. You didn't do anything.
They're set up They just got to throw the switch, basically.
So you did let them set up the amplifiers?
Yep, but basically, Verbal has the switch to say yes, it's connected, or no, it's not.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, like I
'Cause
might send. Okay, I'll go along with it, but I might set up some sort of shutdown provision or whatever.
Try out to you. You're the only one that's had the side shield on. For most
Virgo.
of this
Verbal, I need
interaction.
you to do an electronics roll for your switch that you set up, so you can kill it, or you can unplug it, and you can stop their amplifier from working.
Yeah.
If they need it,
You
you can allow it.
You remember the movie 2020 where what's his name has the little calculator, and the calculator is going to slip a little polymer blade across the wiring of the computers and cut things off if necessary. So cut HAL 9000 off. But okay, I'll roll electronics. Let's call it a kill switch.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, very
good. You're very confident it's solid.
Yeah, it's
you can
my
actually monitor the electronic readings and manipulate them.
Right.
If there's anything that feels like it's going in the wrong directions, you have a complete computer grid profile of everything that they're doing and how it affects the ship. So you will know instantly when to shut it off if there is some kind of intrusion on the ship. You'll have a complete picture of it. You feel very good about what you got in place. And they set it up and establish it.
Mm-hmm.
Now you the day passes, the week passes, and you come out of the jump bubble dissipates.
Right.
And you are on the edge of Sandra.
Right, Sandra.
You are on the edge of the system.
Okay, first thing is for Verbal to make a sensor sweep.
Woman with the long hair, the woman hybrid says to you, I want to help. She pulls out a little vac suit. Says, I want to help. I can sense where it is. There is something on that hole. He said, we need someone, he says, a mechanic, someone who can cut and work on the grid. There is something in the hole, she says to you.
All right.
Okay, Jug, looks like you're going to be using, I don't know, your combative skill to protect Stony.
Let's go for it.
Yep, she does anything, she's become Stardust. Okay.
With him, and Stoney's going out with...
Stoney's going out to do the job. She's going to detect, and Jug is going to make sure that's all she does.
Guys, you've attached some like pulley rods or some cables that you're hung to when you're attached to the ship.
Oh, Stoney is and Jug is.
Yeah, Verbal has mechanical 1. I think he's the one for mechanical work.
Oh.
So doesn't he? Stoney's also the engineer.
Yeah, he's got engineering and electronics.
Oh no, Stoney's got mechanic 0. Wait a minute.
He's got Jot 1.
Geison's...
So he can use his Jot 1 if he needs to. He's got Mech 0 anyway.
I'll use his Jot 1 and give him Mech 1, and his engineer is 2. Where is Stoney? Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll call it a 1. We'll give him a +2 to the work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Verbal would do it, but he doesn't really believe it.
So Jug is coming out in a vac suit with probably a laser rifle just to keep an eye on the woman hybrid.
Our little friend, yes.
Friend wants to go in front. She has no weapons on her, and she's feeling out with her hand. And you guys have a pulley cable on the outside of the ship, and she says, "Here, it's here." And she puts her hand in this area. It's under the hole. It's right here. And she's panicking, kind of teary over the microcom. It's icky. It's evil. It's evil power. It's under the hole here.
Okay. Thank you, Moon.
And she steps away then.
Right.
She does nothing to you.
Okay, so Stoney says, okay, Moon Dance has located the object. I'm about to cut the skin open.
I need your +2 roll. 2D +2. I'm giving you that. 8, it's a success. You start cutting through. It's going to take you... It takes 2 hours to get this peeled back and get everything. And sure enough, there is this goop. And it's plugged into like a little bit of the electronic wiring that's keeping it alive. It's sucking up the energy. And she says, it's like a mind. It's like a psionic mind. It's intertangled in the hole. It was hidden under the hole, and it's living off of some of the electronics of the hole. And the only way to remove it would be to like burn it off.
Okay, Jug, you
I'm
got a
gonna
laser
shoot
rifle.
I'm going to shoot it.
Good
You're
man.
gonna. You got a laser rifle, so you're gonna set the laser rifle.
No, I have an auto rifle. I have an
No,
auto
auto
rifle.
rifle.
Auto rifle won't work in space, matey, but you've got a laser rifle. You just don't get the bonus.
Okay, fine. Laser
what-
rifle it is.
What's your dexterity?
9, no bonus.
Oh, bugger. Bugger.
Doug actually has, but he has heavy weapons 0, and he has gun combat. He's a military guy, so he's got gun combat 0. So his dexterity's 9. He gets a +1, I think.
Laser rifle, I think you need a bit higher than that for laser rifle.
I just rolled a 9 on.
Yeah, I'll try to look it up for Evan.
Based on my stats, he gets a +1 on my
Okay.
modifier. I'm giving him a +1 to this
Well,
roll.
cool. Yep.
And I rolled a
it's-
10.
Nice. Burn that baby.
Blast, it fries. I'm gonna see. We're gonna do 5D of damage and see if any chunks remain. I'm rolling 5D damage right now.
Oh, look at that.
18. Most of it fries off. There's still a little bit more there that's still attached, but some of it fries off. There's a screech, and you could see the little the hybrid kind of go, and she screams and holds her head on the helmet. It's icky. It's icky. It's no good. It wants to kill us. It's icky. It's telling them where we are. It's telling them where we are.
Good,
You hear
get
this
rid of
all
it.
over the comm.
Yep.
We need another blast, please.
Come
So
on,
you
Jug.
need to fire again to see if you get the rest of it off.
Yeah, the amusing thing is that human brains are holographic. You can take a tiny piece of it. It might have an image or remember much of what is going
Pierre,
on.
where are you? Where are you?
Verbal's still inside.
At the switch.
Okay.
Mechanical 1, yeah.
Give me an electronics roll, Verbal.
Monitoring.
You get a
this
plus
crap.
3. Plus 3 to this roll.
Oh, okay. 2d6. Success.
What's really sad is the ship's coming out of jump. Jump bubble is dissipating. And what's really weird is it's not that far from you.
It's not that weird, believe me.
Yeah. It's under
this thing-
10,000 kilometers. Between 10 and 5,000 kilometers. It's at medium range. Which is a
Okay.
0 modifier to
Rightio.
anything.
Yep. Jug,
Come out of dissipated out of jump.
Jug, you got one more shot and you
alert.
come inside.
All right, one more shot.
Kill it.
Missed the
And-
damn thing.
Okay.
It's not killed. You're
okay.
going to have...
Stoney will come over and grab it because he's got laser 1.
Stoney's going to come over, grab the laser rifle, and fire it.
He's gonna try.
So, okay, Stoney, take one more shot, and if you guys need to get inside quick, or you're going to
Yep.
be fired.
The other two are, or I'm ordering the others to get inside. Stoney's gonna
How
be on
can we
that.
jump
So
with this big stain on our hull? We got to reintegrate the hull and get the lanthanum coated over it
Anthem
again.
will work around it,
All that.
even with the whole
Yeah.
tour. You can still jump sometimes, even with a hole in your, as long as the jump
Bam.
will work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
got it.
Okay.
And you got it.
Yep.
Another
8.
5D.
That should get
Oh,
rid of
it fries off, but there's no time to close this portion of the hole up that covers the M drives. So there could be the possibility of
Disruption to
issue
the lanthanum grid.
Okay,
whatever.
so what Stoney? The other two can
Oh.
go climbing in. Stoney says, "I'm going to try to close the hole up roughly, just boogie through space for a little bit until I can do that."
on it says anchor down to the ship, anchor down to the ship. Let's get to the I need to get to the amplifiers. I need to get to the amplifiers, the voice says over the comms. And it's a
Get
computerized
inside.
voice because you guys all have size shields on.
Yeah.
So Jug, you're helping her get inside?
Yes, I am.
Imagine. Okay,
I will pick her up and
I'm
carry
going
her.
to and your dex +1. What is your vac suit skill is 1. All right, I want to see how fast you do it. Give me a 2D +2.
Sorry, who is out
on
with
the outside of the
the
ship.
Who is outside with the hybrid? Stony and who?
Stony is the other two are in the airlock getting in. I'm trying to close the hole as
Sorry,
quick as I
Jug,
can.
but you're stumbling. You kind of tripped and panicked when you heard about the ship coming out. You're not able to get inside real fast. And it seems to me she's not able to get inside yet this turn. And they are aiming, and you're not in the turret. I would hope Skyson's in the turret. Is Skyson in the turret, or is he commanded to be in the turret?
Yes, he is.
I'm going to do a straight 1D roll. And 4, 5, 6 he is. 1, 2, 3 he's not yet. Sorry, Skyson is not in the turret
That's
yet.
okay, because I'm just about to back him into space.
You've given him the order, and he's on his way to the turret.
Right.
And the amplifier cannot be powered without all 4 of them. Okay. All 4 of them need to be plugged in the amplifier. So if you turn on the amplifier and you've got the other 3 there, and get it ready for her to get in there, then you might be able to teleport the ship away. But in the meantime, you're going to be fired on by 2 ships.
Mm-hmm. 2 ships now. Groovy.
But there's 2 turrets, 2 beam lasers, and they're the intruder, so the intruder round at medium range. And here's a fire. The first shot is a miss.
Nice.
And the second shot is a miss. The second shot is a hit to the ship. Ooh, it looks like you were hit. The ship has taken a hit, and we have to roll 2D to see exactly what was hit.
Do you want me to roll 2 to see where I'm placed on the hull?
No, we'll see. Well, we didn't see. It's a 6 hit, which is what?
Oh,
that's the hole. That's the surface of the hole.
Yeah.
I'm rolling 2D. Stony, and if Stony dies, I'm rolling 2D to see if it's in the area.
Yippee-ki-yay.
That Stony's in. It's a big hole. Roll a 12, Stony, and you're toast. Okay. No, it didn't hit you, but you're about shitting your drawers.
No.
It did hit the hole.
I'm not shitting my drawers.
And
I don't have a lower part of the body anymore. I'm just focusing on closing this bloody hole.
Okay. And I need you to do... You're also panicked, but you're going to try to close this patch up before you even go in.
Yep.
I'm going to give you that. That's your roll to do it.
Yep.
You got it sealed enough. You can start working your way in.
Okay. Hand
Jug,
over
you
fist
get another
fast.
roll. You get another roll to get her in. Get the hybrid in.
I say, move the damn ship. We're still stuck in space.
Any bonuses?
Sorry?
Any bonuses?
Any bonuses? I don't think
plus
you
2.
Yeah.
Plus 2. 2D plus 2.
And 8.
Spider-Man in, and you get her in the hatch. She's working her way to the psionic amplifier right now. Barely got her helmet off. She's running to that portion of the cargo bay. One of the staterooms was breached, but you've shut the door and depressurized it. No one was hurt. It's just a hole hit. So you did take a hole hit. Your ship is capable and ready to fire the jump, or you can. And also, though, Skyson is in the turret, so he gets a plus 2 to a direct hit, a 2D plus 2 to shoot back at them again. He gets a round to shoot. Okay. Jug has not reached the turret yet, so Jug cannot fire this round.
Okay.
But I would imagine Jug is making a quick dash to the turret again.
Well, that'd be Pierre. You got the Skyson roll.
Skyson Gunner, 2D6 plus 2.
2D6 plus 3, actually. And Skyson doesn't mess around. He jumps in the turret with like a craftsman and fires off a shot. And that would be, do you want me to roll the hit, or do you want to roll it straight 2D pure?
Yeah, I'd like to roll so this is a hit location.
Roll it.
Okay.
Double ones, double sixes, that's all we want. Let's not play with our food, folks.
You did hit one of the turrets, so one of their turrets may not be operational right now. And now you have the mind meld. The mind meld stuff is working, and you can move the ship. They say you didn't put the breaker on. The ship teleports exactly 100 kilometers out of place. And what's weird is when you come out of teleportation, your targets readjust, like as if you haven't moved. And at this point, Jug can take a shot, and so can Skyson. Jug, you can take a laser shot at him. You move. It freaks you out, because all of a sudden your turret's refocused on as if you were always in the spot, but it's still your skill to fire. So it worked. You moved.
Is that still then just that plus?
2D plus 2. Yeah, you're still within medium range. There's no modifier for this hit. It's a straight 2D plus 2, and you can hit. And that's a direct hit. And Skyson, you can roll again for a hit. They can't fire on you because they can't aim because you just moved. They don't know where you are. Yeah. So now, Skyson, you can fire. They have to readjust. So Skyson can fire. And then while they readjust, because they fall out of turn, you might teleport again. So Skyson, I need you to do a roll plus 3. No, you don't, but
No?
you
Okay.
could. You might want to teleport. Yeah, you might. It might be a good idea to. But you could also patch that from the inside. Enough to jump away.
Okay.
Use this technology to take them out and be done with them.
Up to you, Captain.
Roll for a hit.
Yeah. You make your shots first. We'll see what the results are, and then I'll decide what Stoney's doing, given that result. At the moment, there's only one thing shooting at him.
Stoney's still outside, isn't he? He's not in yet.
No, that's why I
Is he
can
working?
change direction and I can go to the new hole if I need to patch it. But if
What's
I don't,
weird, Stoney, is you teleported with the ship.
yeah, I know. I'm
And
holding
it's
on to
just
grim
like
death.
weird. You're like, whoa! You felt the teleportation. It felt like whoop, like a weird,
Disconnection.
like everything vibrated, like everything kind of got wavy and vibrated and moved.
When I get
But yet you
inside,
didn't move
I'm
at
going to
all.
make sure all my internal organs haven't been switched around, and I'm still male.
You feel a little wheezy, but you feel completely fine. Like
Okay.
whoa, and you're a little off kilter.
Yeah.
But whoa, so you could head in the direction to patch that if you want to. Now that you know there's a blast there, you could grapple. You got suction cup grapples that'll grab
Yeah.
that are keeping you attached that you can gradually move.
Yeah. I'll probably
So
move
he can
over.
still
Portion of the ship.
you can still digest left-handed proteins, and coffee still works on
That's
you.
great. and I still don't have to worry about having a menstrual cycle, so I'm all cool. I'll move
Yeah.
over to the second hole and I'll start patching that up. And
And you
praying.
still need to make your shot.
Yep, waiting for the two guys to shoot back. Jug, did you roll where Jug hit them?
I made it.
It was a
hit,
turret.
but I
It
did
was a
not roll
turret
the
hit.
Oh, that was the turret hit. Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just waiting for Skyson.
Cheer.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I make another gunner hit firing. Okay.
Laser.
Sorry. 2d6. I was just switched off.
Nice.
Hit and a location again.
Mm-hmm.
Roll. You want to roll it 2D?
Yeah.
Double six.
Would be the cargo hold. So you did some laser damage, but not enough to really cripple them.
Okay.
And they're readjusting, but they can't readjust yet to fire back at you. But all of a sudden, you hear a kind of a scream, and over the comms goes, "This is Starface. You can't fool me with that technology." And he says, "I'm plugging into my amplifiers also." Whatever that means. The ship doesn't teleport, but all of a sudden you notice that he plugs in because he's connected to. Somehow he's using telepathy to plug into his system to sense where you're teleporting. And now, because he's plugged into something, or his psionic abilities are being used, they can target on you and fire again. Far, unless you command them to teleport a greater distance and just escape. You can teleport interplanetary.
We've got two ships, one with a damaged turret, yes?
One with a damaged turret, you have damage to the hull, and it's depressurized one of the staterooms in the passenger area. That's it. They have one turret hurt. Doesn't mean it could still fire. They have another turret, and they're getting ready to fire on you again in that turret, which they are going to fire right now.
Yep.
What's your command?
And
Do
our
you want
command
them
is
to
that-
jump away?
Nope, we're going to return fire. If we go, we go. We go down in planes, we go down in flames.
If they miss, you get to return fire
There
twice.
you go, boys. Give Stoney some
Oh,
time
yeah.
to patch up that hole.
2d6, see if you're patching up the hole. So you move to
Oh, sorry, I added the 2 to it.
Yep, that's fine. That'll work.
Yep.
You are patching the hole. It's
Cool.
not pretty, but you feel it's
It'll-
patched good enough to protect.
Right, I
and
turn
it's
around
sealed
and
up that
start.
compartment. You
Cool.
can work your way inside now.
I'm moving it with great determination and speed to get inside the hole.
Okay, get inside the ship. So you're doing that right now. And there's 2 laser fires that need to be shot again.
Who's got the music?
Good in the morning and good in the night. Sleep tight.
Can't hear anything.
Feeling alright. My hybrid love, my hybrid love.
Start the video.
It's not me, you guys. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
My hybrid love.
There's no music.
That's really weird.
I think you accidentally started the video in your own.
No, I don't have this music.
No. Okay.
This is not my music. And the weird thing is it's showing up on the recording of the game.
The only one I've been dreaming of. Fits so nice, don't wanna try no
It
other.
might be.
Good in the morning and good
I
in
think
the
you accidentally
night.
tripped the video. I put in the drop the Discord.
She never stressed,
Turn it
vex,
off.
freak me out. She
There's nobody
never
else
leave
hears
me
it.
depressed,
I haven't
stuck on
touched
the
it yet.
Discord.
We can stay
No.
in or we
All
can
right.
go out.
So
Reeling with the feeling,
Maybe,
don't just stop now. Some
nobody
call it
else is hearing
synthetic
the
ganja,
music.
herb or marijuana.
Was it coming out
If we
of Discord?
Man, and it stops. I don't know how that
we
started.
heard nothing.
No, you'll hear it on the recording. It's Blake.
Yeah, I think I just caught some of it.
Weird shit. Anyway, it's not there anymore. Okay, so we were scrambling around. Stoney was trying to get inside. You guys were going shooting back at it.
Yeah. Okay. So Skyson can shoot and Jug can
Jason
shoot.
can
at
launch a missile now if he would like.
Yes, too. Yes, please. It's a lot.
missile and laser.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I roll separately for each?
Yeah.
The launch a missile.
Okay. So I'll call one. I'll do some 2 inline rolls, and one will be missile.
All good.
You make an inline roll on roll 20 by using double square brackets and typing in your dice roll. So does it look? Does this look reasonable? 2d6 plus 2 for
Just
each.
roll and see what happens.
Yeah, like that.
Missile 11, laser 7. Okay.
Nice.
The laser misses. The missile's on target right now to hit them. But it's going to take a turn for them to get back to him. Now, did Jug roll for his hit yet, or no?
Not yet,
Jug
no,
still
hasn't
needs to
yet.
roll his laser hit.
Go ahead.
Again, +2.
2d6 plus 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Specifics,
And
and that is
nice.
another hit. Do you want to roll the damage yourself? 2d.
Does he have
You
missile
get
and
12 and
laser
you're in
too?
shape.
No, he's only got
Yeah.
sandcasters.
6 is
Oh. Where's
another
six?
hole hit. You did damage to the hole again with that laser. The missile's on track. They can fire one more time,
Yeah.
but actually now they have to do a defensive fire because the missile's close. You're at closer range. You're at medium range, so they are going to try to defend against the missile, and they don't.
Boom, 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 boom.
They do not defend against the missile. The missile will impact their ship.
Missiles.
And if somebody want to roll that missile damage, Pierre, you can roll 1d6 and let's see what happens.
Let's see. Get
That's
6,
how many
Pierre.
hit.
Get 6.
Is that hit location?
No, that's
That's
how many hits.
hits you get.
Yeah. Then you do
It's a
missile
missile
location.
hit. You get four hits.
Nice.
Do you want to roll the damage, Pierre? 2d 4 times separately.
Okay.
Straight 2d 4 times
I'll
separately.
do more
Make-
inlines.
Make Swiss cheese of them, Pierre. Verbal. Jack. Whoever you're playing at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, make
Boom.
Swiss cheese
Yeah.
of them.
Oh. No, wait, hold it. That's wrong,
yes,
actually.
no, that's totally perfect.
No.
4 twos. That takes out their computer completely.
No, he's got 1 2. Something went wrong.
I misroll because I didn't put the 6 in 2d6 each time. It was just
Yeah, I got
like travel
all right,
style.
start over. Roll.
That would have been
Sorry.
perfect.
Roll 2d6.
2d6, yeah, 2d6 all through this
Time
time.
individually.
There.
Okay.
Oh, that's 12. 12 at the end.
Oh, he
So
did
it's
hit
like
a
a
12.
multiple
Okay.
dependent read.
Ooh.
Okay, 5 would be a fuel hit.
Yep, 20% of the fuel gone.
6 is another hole hit.
Yep, Swiss cheese.
7 is a hold hit, and
So
12
it's
is a critical hit.
Boomy boom.
You get to roll 1d6 on the critical table.
Get a 6, dude. Get a
You roll a
6.
6, it's over.
Yeah.
Okay,
roll a
1d6.
six.
1d6 on the critical table,
on.
and San Luis is no longer a problem.
He's still a problem.
3. Their jump drives are taken out. They're still a
Oh.
their jump drives are destroyed. They can no longer jump. The other turret gets fired up, and he says, "You're damaging my ship. I will finish you." And now that you notice that the launch separates from the ship, the launch also has one laser beam turret, and it's separated from the ship to take a shot, and that's going to take a shot at your ship at a +1. Do you demand them to teleport, or are you going to move the ship again, or no?
I'm gonna quickly ask the boys in the turrets. What do you want to do?
Kill them.
Okay, then it looks like we're staying for another round of shots. One on the launch. One on the launch, and one on the
shot's
ship.
a miss. The other turret's working. That is a direct hit. How did I roll an 8?
2d6 double.
Wait a minute.
Oh, you've got exploding dice there, matey.
How the hell did that happen?
You've got exploding
by
dice.
putting in exclamation points.
Yeah, just
somehow.
roll /R space 2d6, and that gives you the result.
Yeah, your exclamation points create exploding dice.
So if you roll a 6, it gets to roll again and add it to the other one. So you might want to roll again. Both of those.
Now we're good. Oh!
That's
buddies,
a hit.
that's a hit to your ship.
Yep.
That's a hit. It's not a critical hit. That's not damage. That's just a hit. So that's not a critical hit. If the next roll was a 12, they did hit you with one of the lasers. They have another roll.
7 for damage. Come on, 7.
2 hits. They have 2 hits on you. You didn't move. If you would have moved, you would have given them a negative.
That's
so
okay.
the hits that they have, straight 2d6, 9. They did hit the computer electronics. You hear kind of a scream because it affects the hybrids.
It affects verbal too, you know.
And,
Yeah.
My precious.
And verbal's going
Stormy's halfway into the airlock. He says, "Don't worry, I'll get onto it."
Again, your advanced sensors are knocked down.
That's okay.
To basic standard sensors. The range is fried, and you have electronic issues going on, which is going to give you guys a -1 to your turret hits, but you can return fire with the lasers.
Yep.
And after that, you could fire another missile.
Yeah.
So you have now double electronic hits, and you can fire. So do the laser fires, please.
Yep. One
Are we
laser at the
this time? So are we down to 2d6 + 1?
2d6 + 1 and 2d6 + 2.
So +1
you're
for
+2, and Jug is a +1 for your hits. Let's see if you can do it again.
All right. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, what am I rolling? I'm rolling the 2d6 + 1 for the laser and
the 2. The 2
for
for
your
the
turret
laser.
hit, yes. No, he's got 1 because he gets 1. The electronics has messed you guys up. It's weakened your ability to fire. You're getting a negative on hits now.
Okay. But
Because the
does it
electronics
affect the
damage.
missile?
No, but the missile already hit. You already did the missile damage.
I
You
see.
can't launch your missile right now. You've launched 1. So that's
Not
with your
quite.
plus. You rolled a 7. That's a miss. Your laser
even with
misses
the
now.
plus. That's right, miss.
Okay, then with a +1, I need Jug to roll for his laser hit.
Nice.
Take that.
And that is a direct hit.
Hit
with the
my
laser.
ship,
2D.
Yeah.
2D to see what we've damaged. Their ship has taken quite a bit of damage. You've knocked out their jump drive. They should be-
Yes.
Ooh, that's the maneuver drive. Their maneuver drive is knocked down a bunch.
So that means we can move away from them now. Just move away.
Move away. Their maneuver drive is you could also teleport a distance, get far enough away, and jump and just leave them here. And they're obviously stuck. It's going to have a hard time chasing you with a broken jump drive.
But
Or you can move and try to finish them off. Or just try to fire again. But they're still in range.
Yeah.
And,
I think we need to fire the missiles and then jump.
Okay.
What do you think, guys?
So you're gonna launch.
Boys?
You're gonna launch another
One
missile.
more missile. Yeah.
All right. You launch another missile. Give me a roll, anyways, to see if that gets fired off right. 2D plus 2 for Skyson.
Okay. 2d 6 plus 2 Skyson missile. No.
Nope.
It does get
Unsuccessful.
fired off, but they're getting a plus. It does get fired off, but because you're rolled below an 8, they get a plus 2 to counter it with the laser.
Okay.
And they take it out right away with the laser because it wasn't fired very amply.
Okay, let's
So
go.
the missile's taken out in midair. And they get another round of fire at you. You can either mind meld, teleport away a great distance, or you're going to do that.
Great distance.
You command them to mind meld.
Can we teleport right up next to their ass, point blank range, with our missile and our lasers?
Why should we risk that? I don't think we should risk that.
We're close enough to do that. You want to get real close to range? All right, we're going to do that.
Point blank range on them.
To do that, you send the message down, and you're at point blank range. You're going to get a +4 to your hit with your laser, and you're going to get a +4 to the missile. They did not see that in fire. 8. Here, where you want to roll, that's a hit with the beam, so that's a direct hit. You can roll 2D on that one, and Pierre, roll with the missile.
Whoops,
launch the
okay,
missile.
what did I do to myself here?
And at close range, just roll 1d6 damage. You're going right on top of them. The very swift, strategic move. Don't even roll. Just roll 1d, Pierre. Roll 1d. Roll 1d, and we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Nice.
4 hits. 4 hits. Now, after you hit, do you command them to teleport away a great distance?
Yes.
I haven't shot yet. I get my shot.
Okay.
Sorry, your shot, and then we teleport away great distance.
Let's see what the missiles do first.
All right, you
Damage.
+4. You better. You don't want to wait. Do you want to wait to see what the missiles do, or do you want to teleport away?
No.
You're right on top of it.
Take your shot, and then we've got to teleport away. We'll get what the missiles do later. Yeah. Oh, you shot first.
It's the hit. Roll your 2d for your hit. That's a 10. Which is the other turret. One of the turrets is completely out of commission. So, okay. It's an 8.
Then we
now
go.
Roll 4 hits. Roll 4 hits, Pierre. You teleported away.
2d6.
The jump drive is complete. Yeah, 4 2d6.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to rob me of my chance to roll these missile locations. Here they are.
Yeah. 11 is the other turret. Both their turrets are out. 4 is the jump drive is completely already destroyed. 7
that extra
is
eight.
Destroyed is better than damage.
You've made Swiss cheese out of them. They can't fire at you. You've teleported away to 10,000 kilometers. You could just open fire on them.
We want
they
to open
can't
fire
fire
on the
back.
launch.
Oh, the launch is separate. You're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
The launch, the launch looks like it's retreating at this point.
Yeah, no, it's not for
Yeah.
long. What's the
That's
G
not where
rating
to
on the
go.
launch?
G rating of the launch is 1G.
Okay, boys.
You can teleport right on top of that one too and take it
Yeah,
out.
we're gonna try that next.
Okay. So you're
in the
gonna do
meantime-
regular laser shots?
Yeah. In the
what?
meantime, though, I would like to see if Stoney can do anything to repair any of the electronics, if that's possible, while they've been doing all the
Stoney.
shooting.
Okay, that would be what's your electronic skill?
Just a +1.
Okay. You're gonna need 2D plus 1. Just give me a roll on that. Let's see what you get.
9.
You can start to, but you don't have enough time.
Okay.
You
that's all.
can't get
Just
it up
doing what
to
he's
par.
doing.
You could probably do it once you're already at jump. You still have the computer capabilities to engage the jump drive, but you're not completely able to do anything beyond that right at this
Okay.
point.
That's cool.
But what you can't,
That's all cool. So we'll just
you guys can take your shots. You can take your direct shots on the
launch.
on the launch now. You could teleport right up to it and fire, and you could try to fire a missile again. Because this teleportation thing is really working out good. Or else you could just let the launch go for right now and just finish off the
No. No. Let's clean up one mess at a time.
Okay.
So let's
So
get
you're
rid of the
gonna
launch
you're gonna
ability.
command them to teleport to the launch.
Yep,
So you're gonna
because the
teleport on top of the launch.
other ship can't move. this launch can.
And
What is the bonus?
just give me 2.
Yeah.
There, your regular bonus is established because you're at such close range. 2D plus 2, because you're right on top of it. It's a little bit of a shell shock because you're teleporting and it's confusing your sensors. That's a hit. And another 2D from Pierre. That would be a hit. That's a miss. For some reason, Skyson. No, plus 3. Wait a minute. See,
That's not
+3.
Pierre though.
No,
That's up here. That's the damage.
That's his location.
Oh,
yeah.
that's the damage. I'm sorry. That's actually it's a small craft.
Yeah, small craft.
So that's a drive hit or a cabin hit.
Ooh.
So you depressurized the cabin. You may have even potentially killed, I'm gonna see, or damaged the people that are in, whoever was in the cabin.
Yeah, I wouldn't really think over that.
No. You're as far as you don't know for sure if you've damaged. Obviously, they're still piloting, so you depressurized it, but they were wearing a vac suit, and the thing is still moving.
Okay. Where you go, Mr. Beam Laser and Missiles person?
Skyson, you got to shoot. You're right on top of them. You can do a laser fire and another missile. And this is a small craft. So can you do that? You get your +3 too because you're right on top of them.
Yeah, sorry,
You
I
guys
did
have-
roll the 2d6 plus 3 already. It says 8.
Oh yeah.
And that's
Oh,
the
okay.
laser.
Cool. That's the
So-
beam laser.
So that's
And
that's the beam laser. Now roll for the
you want
missile.
the missile?
See if the missile was somehow misses
that's
off track.
successful.
That's a hit too. Okay, there's no way to counter at that close range the missile and the laser because of the teleportation. And you got this advanced technology saving your ass.
Just one missile hit. Just one.
Just
well.
one missile
Yeah.
hit. So
Make it
roll 2.
count.
You roll 2 damage hits. A 10. Remember, this is a small craft.
Yeah.
Ooh. If there is any weapons, they're now totally disabled. He was
Nice.
just going to fire on you, but that's not happening anymore. The next hit, Pierre? 2 more?
I think I had just one missile hit. I rolled a 1 on.
But you also got your beam
But
laser.
you also had a laser hit. Your
Oh,
laser hit
yeah,
also-
right. I
Yeah.
didn't figure that. Okay.
double 6s or
6.
double 1s. Come on.
8.
Double 4s.
8. What is 8? The cabin hit again. He's dead this time.
Aha, good.
Whoever took off in this vessel, he's dead.
Is gone.
It's floating aimlessly and out of control now. There is no drive or
Okay.
control. And all of a sudden you hear a hum, and the energy's gone. The energy's gone. You hear the voice over the intercoms. The evil force is gone. It is
Great.
departed. It is
Rightio.
departed.
Can you get us back to the other ship? Teleport.
They can one more time. They concentrate and poof, you're back on top of the other ship.
Okay, I invite my gentlemen to make absolute Swiss cheese of what's floating out there.
From
Beam-
this range,
beam
and what's
lasers,
floating out there,
please.
just
Just beam lasers.
Just roll hits. Just roll hits. Okay, beam laser, roll hits. Just roll 2D and we'll see what you're hitting each time. I'm not even going to roll. You're going to make Swiss cheese out of them now. 7.
Hold.
Go ahead, roll another hit, Skyson.
Oh,
Keep
yeah.
rolling. 3. Oh, yeah. 3 is the maneuver drive. 11 is another crit hit. 11 would be the other turret, which is already gone. Now, each of you just roll on the critical hits now because you're making Swiss cheese of them. We're going to get this over. 1D each.
1D.
Just roll. Use your fire. 1D now. 2.
2.
There is no chance of that thing going anywhere.
And a 1!
The power plant's taken out. There is no power anymore. 6,
can't send
it
out-
explodes into little pieces.
Right, okay.
There is nothing.
Job well
left
done,
of your
gentlemen.
pursuers.
$1,000
San
bonus to each
Luis.
of you when we pay next.
So,
Starface
great.
is gone.
Yep. 1,000 credits to each of
Is
you.
dead.
Actually, 1,000 credits to everyone on board ship that was a member of the crew.
Hey,
Just saying.
so you guys are ready to jump now. You
Yeah.
get time now. You can repair or work on your electronics for a while. You
Awesome.
go down to the area of the cargo bay where the amplifiers were set up and plugged into the system,
Yeah.
and you see the hybrids are just drained. They look pale like they have the flu. They look war. They look deathly. Their noses are bleeding slightly, and they're like, "We're so tired. We're so tired. Thank you so much for letting us help you. Thank you so much. You do not need those shields. We mean you no harm. We are on your side."
And that's when I order Jug to open up the hold doors and back them all. No, I don't. Because I'm not that sort of captain. And I don't
If
think
there's anything he doesn't like, it's a sucker.
Yeah, that's right. You're a sucker.
Suck up.
Suck out. Yeah, but that
You're
8
a
is.
doctor, and Zarkov is too. So Zarkov gets right to attending them. Says they need to rest. They're shot. They're not going to be able to do any more teleporting for you. You've drained them down.
Is there anything that Verbal can do as a medic?
You can assist. You can do me a medical +2, and you can get them stabilized. But the bottom line is they're going to need rest. So
We're going to have a whole week of it shortly.
So I'm just curious. I'm
Stoney's
just fixing
done
nosebleeds.
Sorry, Stoney's done an 8 on the electronics.
okay, the electronics are coming along good. It's going to take about a day. It might delay you a little, but you should be able to get them all up to par with the parts that you have, and you should be able to rewire everything to get it back up to the +1. You did take 2 hits to it, but you also have hardening equipment that protects it. And I need one more roll, and it'll be done. One more attempt. And the
That's
medical
Verbal,
roll,
not me. Yeah,
Verbal, you are confident they'll be fine. You know they just need rest. Their size strength is wore out, so they're weak, but they'll be totally fine.
Oh, sorry, wrong dice.
Yeah, they are. They're D8s. Give it another shot. It's a nice roll though.
Yeah, nah.
5. Okay.
Nah, it's not going to work.
You're not going to be able to get them all the way up to par, but you can do the repair again. It'll take you an additional 12 hours of that last roll, but you'll have them up to par now, and they're done.
Sweet.
So you guys took an extra half a day to get the electronics going, and we're about to jump from Sandra on
Okay, with no one able to track
to
us.
the next world.
To the anomaly.
Actually, shouldn't I lay in a navigation track because it's off normal route to get to exactly where I want
you have to implement the nav data.
Yeah,
because you're jumping into the black.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to
do that, and I'll make a nav roll. Yep.
Yeah, because it's here.
13.
Okay. You are in jump, and then you're ready to fire the jumps and check the drive, and you're going to be in jump drive to the anomaly.
9, so we don't miss jump, and from Stony 7, so we don't blow up.
You never stop for fuel. This jump, you use the fuel in the bladder. You still have operational fuel and a fuel for one more jump back.
Yep.
In your tank.
Yep.
And you are now in jump on your way to the anomaly.
Mm-hmm.
You do know that the psionic brain tracker is fried, and San Luis is dead.
Yeah.
Affecting him. One of your rivals is now gone.
Okay. So
and I think that we have, where are you guys at? I'm going to have to move out of this bedroom. I got 20 some minutes maybe.
That's okay. We can leave it there because it's a safe place to leave it.
You're in jump space on your way to the anomaly.
Yep.
This would be then, that was the 4th week. You're going to be coming out at the end of the 5th week. With some of the time delay, I'm going to say this will put you, it's 2 weeks, so that would put you at the 1st week of August when you exit jump.
Okay.
Does that sound about right?
Sounds
okay.
About right.
We paid mortgage and all that.
That's already paid, yep.
You can iron out I can take care of updating the salaries and subtract that too.
Cool. Yep. Can you make sure they all get an extra 1,000 credits?
I will do that. Everybody gets an extra 1,000 credits.
Yeah.
Except, of course, your passengers? Or
yes,
what?
of course. The passengers don't get anything. They wanted to help.
Okay.
My crew are there because they are hired to help.
Starcraft has money. And
everyone will get an extra 1,000 credits on board the ship on top of the pay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is our session right now. We didn't even make it to the anomaly.
No, that's okay. I think it's pretty cool. Hang on, I'll just stop the recording.